Hello everyone and welcome into the Deborah F. Stanley Arena for this premier men's hockey matchup between the defending SUNY champion Oswego Lakers and the defending national champion Hobart Statesmen. My name is Lucas McGarry and alongside me is Logan Weingart, Jacob Coleman, and Piper Kiernan. My friends, tonight here at the Deb, it is Teddy Bear Toss, but it is also potentially one of the biggest nights in Division III history, Division III hockey this season. How is everyone feeling ahead of this clash?
Yeah, I mean, it goes without being said, but you know that these two teams are both going to bring their A game. You can expect nothing short of an instant classic.
I can already feel the energy in this building brewing. I got a feeling that the fans are in for a good show tonight with two high-powered offenses on the ice.
You know, I think the vibes are great out right now in the crowd, so I think it's going to be such a great night.
Yeah, absolutely. The energy is great. It is very, very loud in this place. I'm having trouble hearing Piper there down on the end, but I know she's excited nonetheless. Some great energy all around, but now it's time to talk about the big main event between the Lakers and the Statesmen, and it's time to break it all down between these teams. In one corner, the defending SUNY champ, Oswego State Lakers. They're 6-0, 4-0 in the SUNY and are sitting at number 4 in the national USCHO rankings. In the other, the number 1 ranked Hobart Statesmen, the 3-time defending nationals champion Hobart Statesmen. Hobart has been firing on all cylinders. They currently have a record of 8-0 and sit at 4-0 in the conference. And don't let that fool you, though. The Lakers have also had a tremendous season so far. Maybe we can see some Ed Gosek magic tonight. But before we dive deeper into this matchup, let's go back in time and take a look at the past couple of matchups between these two teams. Piper, we'll start with you down on the other end.
Yeah, so their actual exact past matchup was 2024. Hobart won 5-2 with Ryan Burke and Matt McQuaid both scoring. They're both still here. There was 9 penalties, so I think tonight is still going to be a little bit rougher. And Hobart shot 36 times with Oswego shooting 33 times, so they definitely have no problem with firing that puck.
Some very interesting history between these two powerhouses recently, but now we're going to shift even more recently in time to Oswego's last game against Potsdam, Saturday, November 22nd. Logan, you have the breakdown.
Yeah, and we see Oswego taking the road to Potsdam, Lucas. Like you said, 2 Saturdays ago, Lakers controlling the neutral zone here. Payon evades the defense. He misfires one from the corner, but the experienced senior Gatto is there to scoop it up as he's ultra alert, and he knocks it in, giving the Lakers a 1-0 cushion. However, the Bears are undeterred, as you see here, with Hohen winning the 1-1 race off a leadoff pass. The Lakers too late to reach it, launches one from the corner in a sea of red and white jerseys, and he finds one to notch the equalizer. And now we transition to a face-off that the Lakers win, which was a headline through a lot of the game as they were 41-21 in an advantage over the Bears here. You see a really good standing of team unity here, and the Lakers on a man advantage. Variety of passes, one from Cooper to Burke. Burke fires and amidst the chaos, Vasilo scoops it up and knocks it in. Off to deflection to yet again give the Lakers a 1-goal margin, and they're back in their end. They attempt to continue to build upon their already established momentum. Gatto around the back of the net, top of the key, feeds the puck to Simpson. The result is fruitful. Lakers cheering as Lakers an even bigger cushion now. We see them potent on offense, hitting on all cylinders, but the Bears back in their own end. Parent wins the 1-on-1 race against Horacek. He puts it back on net. Yet again deflects off Manzi, goes back to Kesnell, but Parent quickly gets to it and he chips away at the deficit. We see a cluster net, now 3-2. But on the last one, Lakers scoop it up off an errant pass from Potsdam. Bears attempt to jump back on defense. It was a valiant effort from them, but the Lakers win that battle. A clean feed from Simons to McQuaid for a second goal of the season, and the Lakers win that one in Potsdam, 4-2 in entertaining fashion.
Oswego with a big-time win over Potsdam heading into the break. Could be the momentum they needed. However, we are now going to send it down to our reporter behind the glass, Michelle Smith, to talk about the atmosphere here at the Dev, and she was able to get a word with Hobart head coach Mark Taylor.
just a few minutes, your USCHO D3 men's hockey rankings #1 team will be taking the ice against your Oswego Lakers. Hobart might have the numbers over Oswego, but the Lakers are known for the environment here in the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. For fans and visitors who come to visit, they can tell you just how scary it sometimes gets in here with these chants, from the student section especially, which is right where we're standing, so me on sideline, I get the brunt of it. During Whiteout Weekend, we heard from Plattsburgh about how they feel playing in the environment here at the Deb, but head coach of Hobart, Mark Taylor, he had something different to say about the energy. Let's hear what Coach Taylor had to say about playing here at the Deb.
To win is hard, and to stay winning is hard. And but if you embrace that and you have fun, and there's a difference between playing and competing. And my guys like to compete, and so it's hard. But at the same time, it's not hard. We've had that taste of what that hard work brings. So maybe it makes it easier, but. We don't feel the pressure. We just, focus on our process and doing what we do to the best abilities and trying to be the best versions of ourselves every single day. I mean, we've played up there enough times, whether it's regular season games or NCAA games or tournament games. It's a great place to play, and we love playing great opponents. Oswego is a great opponent. They've always been a great opponent, and it'll be a great hockey game. So we know what we're going into, and they know what's coming in, and no different if they're coming here. We know it's going to be a big game, and people got to put down aces in order to win.
For more on what Mark Taylor and the Statesmen have to say going into this game, let's head back out to the perch, guys.
Thank you very much, Miss L. Some great words from Mark Taylor. What do we think of what he had to say?
Yeah, he hit on everything that needed to be said, but one thing I honed in on was the fact that it really will be a high-intensity environment here at the Deb. We saw Whiteout Weekend a few weekends ago. That reached 3,000 people, and while this one we see not as many people, still, you can expect a very tense environment here at the Deb, as always.
As the Hobart coach, Mark Taylor, said, they've won 3 straight NCAA Division III championships. They are at the top of their game consistently for the past few years. They know what success tastes like, and it almost makes the big games easier. In this environment, I think so.
Another thing he said was that it's hard to win. I think tonight is going to be a hard win for either team, and especially both teams undefeated so far this season. They're really just going to have to put it to the work, but Hobart's coach says they've definitely been putting in the work for this game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Some great stuff from Mark Taylor. Now we're going to send it to a quick break, but when we come back, there's a whole bunch of SUNY conference games going on tonight that we're going to get into. Stick around right here at WTOP 10.
But I would have liked to see more on, Putin or something. I don't think he's very nice.
He's so annoying, and he's not very funny either.
He got that hot dog that one time. I don't know why he would do such a thing.
I'm not sure why he's still playing a Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii is so old. I've tried reporting him like 600 times, and nobody's answering my phone calls.
Welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan had played for the last 15 games. They beat.
Writing a letter to the NFL fans? Get out of here with that.
Let me finish. No,
finish.
Stop.
Johnny Manziel, that guy, he's a loser.
No, that's.
Watch the DK experience.
What we do here is go back.
Cooked!
It's cooked when it's not raw anymore.
Gordon Ramsay in the here.
cat cam, cat cam.
Because Kenny pulled a picture of him. Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you think is the best place for me to stand?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. My name is Lucas, along with Logan, Jacob, and Piper. Guys, with the SUNY Conference games going on in full effect, these standings are hot right now. Piper, break down how these teams are doing.
Yeah, so first place is Hobart, 4-0 in SUNY, 8 wins overall. Second place, Oswego, also 4-0. SUNY, 6 wins overall, so both undefeated teams right now. And then we go to Cortland, 2-1-1, Morrisville, 1-2-2, and then Buff State, 1-1-1. Which Plattsburgh is in 7th place right now, so far struggling with a 1-2-3.
So far, the matchups look great. You're going to see that SUNY Oswego and Hobart, they're the only two teams that are undefeated, and they're playing tonight. Cortland, on the other hand, they've lost 2 games in a row, and they are at 3rd in the standings. If you're going to be a competitor in the SUNY, you cannot take 2 early losses in a row like Cortland has.
Absolutely. These standings are set for now, but anything can happen, especially tonight with so many big matchups going on. Logan, let us know what's at stake.
Yeah, Piper and Jacob, you both touched on it perfectly. We have a plethora of action tonight in the SUNY. Piper, you said both teams are undefeated in the conference. Whichever wins will take the top spot. You have teams like Skidmore and Buffalo State facing off again. Thoroughbred first year in the SUNY. You got Canton and Morrisville, Potsdam and Cortland, Plattsburgh and Fredonia, and of course, tonight at the Deb, Oswego and Hobart. This one will be in full effect soon. You can expect an action-packed night.
Absolutely, some really big games going on tonight. But now we're going to bring it back to the Deb as we take a look at some words of wisdom from both Mark Taylor and Ed Gosick, courtesy of our director, Chris DeLuca. Take a look.
It really is. I mean, and working hard and playing together. I think guys, they do a great job of playing with each other and playing for each other. And I think that, if you're the first guy on a forecheck and you're embracing that responsibility, and that creates a loose puck for your teammate, and your other teammate gets the goal. You had a huge part of it because you created the loose puck. And I just think it's guys, playing the complete game and playing it together and for each other. And that's what's really making it happen for us.
So right now, we don't have one player that's a point-a-game guy. I think if you look at the other top teams in the country, all of them have, a handful of players that are at a point a game. So it's an area that we want to improve. Having more of a net presence, not getting shots blocked, our shot selection, getting guys, within a stick length of the crease, all those to get second chance opportunities. All those are ways in which we've been working on in practice to improve our scoring. Get some pucks to fall 5-on-5 and get our power play to chip in a little more than they've been, and we'll be on target. Hopefully this weekend we can come through with that. And so to defend against that, we have to be sound defensively, all 5 players back into our zone, try to avoid and not give up as many odd man rushes as possible, making sure we have good awareness in our own end and we're not caught puck focused. We, all the things that are necessary to be successful, as we've done from time to time this year, blocking shots, winning battles, not turning pucks over on the wall, making sure that, as we say, we don't have any danger zone plays. We make sure pucks are out of our own end. We're not turning them over at our own defensive blue line.
Some fantastic insight from those two minds, two successful coaches. Piper, we have so much to break down from those 2 videos. What do you make of it?
Yeah, let me start with Gosick here. So I fully agree with Gosick on their shot selection needing to be better. We've seen in the past few games there's been many shots, not all of them on goal, and definitely not all of them going in. Right now they average around 36.3 shots every game with an average of 3 goals every game. So it's kind of iffy on their shot selection, kind of really needing to get fixed. Hopefully they did fix it in practices leading up to this game, but we just don't know yet.
Mr. Coleman, what about you?
Well, for Hobart, Mark Taylor says that they need to play a full-rounded game here tonight. They need to create opportunities for each other to capitalize on, and they need to play for each other and win for each other. We've seen that work early in the season, as they're already 8-0 and the leading team in the SUNY. But this is easily the most challenging game they've played all season. Will they be able to capitalize on their great chances? We'll find out.
Fantastic question. Logan, we'll end it off with you.
Yeah, Jacob, I'm going to switch over to the home team at the Deb here now. We got Oswego State Lakers, and Ed Gosek, he touched on defensively. The Lakers need to move as one. We all know, watching in past games, they have a lot of players individually defensively who contribute heavily, but against a team like Hobart, who is so potent offensively, you need to be able to come together as one, not make many mistakes, if any at all. And also in the power play, Lakers are 3 of 16. Hobart, again, a clean team they are, but if chances come by in the power play for the Lakers, you just need to get your guys out there and take advantage of the man opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of these guys have been perfect so far, and now they are going to push on forward. Oswego and Hobart getting underway soon, but enough about the players. We're now going to send it to our sideline reporter, Michelle Smith, who is currently among fans for some Oswego Hobart trivia. Michelle, take it away.
Welcome back to the sideline. I'm here with some fans tonight to celebrate the Teddy Bear Toss. I have some trivia questions about Oswego and Hobart's history. So to start off, what is your name?
My name's Sayla.
Sarah, so nice to meet you. Thank you for playing with us tonight. I have a question for you. Who won the last time Oswego and Hobart faced off?
Oh, I'm gonna say Oswego.
Unfortunately, you are wrong, but thank you so much for playing. On to the next question. What is your name?
My name is Leon Brooker.
Leon, thank you so much for playing with us today. What year did Oswego first play Hobart? Was it 1979 or 1997?
97.
That is also incorrect. So close. I tricked you up with the numbers. It is 1979. Now, for my final guest, what is your name?
Alana.
All right, Alana, I hope you're ready. You got to make up for your friends over here. Let's see. Here's your question. How many wins does Oswego have over Hobart all time? 36 or 55?
55.
Alana, it's 36. Thank you so much to my contestants. I know you'll do better next time. We're going to send it back to the perch. That's it for me on the pregame show.
Thank you very much, Miss L. Some great answers from some Oswego fans. Now, guys, we got a little bit more time before the break. So right now, we're going to hand it off to Jacob Coleman, who has some players to watch for both of these teams. Jake, what do you got?
Well, coming into tonight, we're going to have two eyes on two big players. Chris Duclair for Hobart, number 26. He's a junior, and he plays forward. He has a brother in the NHL, Anthony Duclair, who's a left winger for the Islanders. Chris stands at 5'9", 185, and he has 29 career goals coming into tonight with 3 on this season. On the Oswego side, however, forward sophomore, number 28, Ryan Burke. He's 6 foot tall, 185 pounds. He is second in team points and assists, and he's 5th in goals on the season. He has second season on the team, and he had 38 points last year, and he has 42 career total points and 30 career goals. He's going to make a big impact for the Lakers here tonight.
Thank you very much, Jake's very, very cool about the Duclair brothers. One's here, and one's playing for the Islanders. Super, super cool. But now before we go, we all have one more thing to do. It's time for our picks to win. Piper, we will start with you.
All right, my pick is Oswego 3-2. 2 games ago in 2023, Oswego beat them 3-2, and I just think they're going to do that again this year. I also think the momentum with this being the Teddy Bear Toss and both teams being undefeated, kind of have to root for the home team here with Oswego.
I think the home crowd gets upset here tonight because I think Hobart continues their great undefeated season, and I think they win tonight 3-1 over the Lakers.
I'm sorry, Jacob, but I'm going to have to flip the script. I think the Teddy Bears, including this one, will be tossed. This one goes down to the wire, but the Lakers pull it out 2-1 in overtime.
Jacob, I'm going to have to completely agree with you. I just realized that I had the same pick as you. We didn't converse this at all. I'm also going with 3-1 Hobart. I do also think that the home fans are going to be disappointed. Hobart, they've just been so dominant. But that is going to do it for right now. And when we come back, we are going to send it over to the Steve Levy press box. Stick around right here on WTOP 10.
If it's hockey,
In front, they score!
it's on Hockey Talk. Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Their behavior against easy teams. How do you lose to the Bruins twice?
As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games. Only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Come across.
We're going to send it right now to the Steve Levy press box with Mike Neckers and Kenny Gerard. Boys, take it away.
Welcome into the Steve Levy press box. I'm Kenny Gerard. This is Mike Neckers. And Mike, we got a couple of guests joining us today. I've got Jesse Senaberry.
And I've got Chris the Reindeer, named after our two lovely engineers here at WTOP 10.
Well, Mike, before we get started, how are you tonight?
Doing wonderful, Kenny. I'm excited for this teddy bear toss game. Should be a really fun one. And we've got possibly the best matchup of the year here. So
I'd argue it's probably going to be the best one of the year. 1 versus 4. It doesn't get much better than that. But let's get into special teams. Now, special teams is going to be a big one in this one. Hobart, they're the better team in the power play. 10 for 31, 32.3% in the power play. But for Oswego, they're still perfect on the penalty kill, 100%, 0 for 16 for other squads. Mike, take me through this one.
yeah, Kenny, as you mentioned, Oswego doing all right on the power play. Not the best in the conference, of course, because that title goes to the Hobart Statesmen, converting on almost a third of every power play opportunity. 1 shorthanded goal for them as well to tack on. And defensively, the Lakers have been perfect. Opponents are 0 for 16 against that Oswego State defense, but Hobart's right there with them. I mean, they've allowed 4 goals on 33 power plays defensively, so we've got 2 really strong defenses, 2 very solid power play offenses, and I think it's going to be a great battle on both sides of the puck as far as special teams go.
And I'll just ask you straight up, something's got to bend and break tonight. Is it going to be Oswego's perfect penalty kill, or is Hobart going to take a ding in their power play percentage?
Hard to say, Kenny. I feel like that perfect penalty kill might finally break tonight. 0 for 16. 17 might be the lucky number here for the Statesmen, but we'll have to wait and find out.
It's going to be interesting to see, but we sat down with captain of the Oswego State Lakers, Matt McQuaid, talking about some of these younger guys taking on an experienced team. Let's hear what he has to say.
The last few years, our first game of every year has been against Hobart, and they've come out hard. They've played us very hard, but this year we've got a lot more experience. We've got 6 games under our belt already now, and we've been 6-0. So we're rolling pretty good going into this game right now. Everybody knows what they need to do. You know, we know Hobart's record the last few years. It's very good. They've got 3 national championships. They play hard, they play fast. So we just need to match that. We just need to come out hard, and we just need to match their speed tonight.
And wise words from the captain of the Oswego State Lakers. Mike, now if you were to talk to the Lakers, you're going against a team that's back national champions. It's going to be tough to beat them. But the last time the Hobart Statesmen played here, they actually lost to the Lakers. So what are you telling your team?
Well, Kenny, I think that's a very solid point. The last time the Statesmen came to the Deborah F. Stanley Arena, they lost to the Oswego State Lakers in overtime, a phenomenal game. And I think the Lakers kind of need to bring that mentality into today. They're undefeated. Hobart also undefeated. There's a lot on the line here. The Lakers, I think, can skate right with these boys for this entire game. It's just a matter of getting it done.
Now, Mike, obviously we have our teddy bears here for Teddy Bear Toss. So once a year, the Oswego State Lakers host a Teddy Bear Toss game. It's a donation for Toys for Tots, good for the holiday season. Mike, tell me the importance of Toys for Tots and especially this Teddy Bear Toss game, which is becoming a huge tradition all around collegiate hockey.
Yeah, Kenny, I mean, it's just so important. It's a really good way to sort of spread awareness and give to those in need, specifically kids in need during this holiday season. Of course, Christmas right around the corner. Just got past Thanksgiving. Going to be a great holiday season, and let's kick it off with a great game here on the ice today, right?
Now, Mike, I got to quiz you. When do the teddy bears get tossed?
When?
When?
That's a tough one. I mean, Hobart, very strong as a first period team. The Lakers have been sort of a third period team so far this season. So I'm going to go right in the middle. I'm going to say somewhere in the second period, the Oswego State Lakers find the back of the net, beat Damon Beaver, who's having a phenomenal season, and we get to chuck these puppies out on the ice.
I meant that a little bit more literally. I meant exactly when the first goal of the game, for those at home who don't know when the Teddy Bears do get tossed, it'll be the first goal of the game. Mike, any closing thoughts before we go to break?
Oh, I was giving my prediction. Closing thoughts, we're going to have a great game of hockey out here today, and I cannot wait for it to get started, Kenny.
We're going to throw to a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for Puck Drop here today. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego right here on WTOP 10.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stumped still? Joe, I'm gonna sound like...
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy. I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stumped still? Joe, I'm gonna sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
So you're probably wondering why the top producer of WTOP's new hit, Oswego Liza, is currently juggling with Taco Bell right now. That's just because I don't just know ball, but I can play it too. WTOP, live every other Sunday, 7 p.m. Tune in.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges. You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Crits.
Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No. Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
If you like action, romance,
if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
what surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
What we do here is go back.
Cooked! You know it's cooked when it's not raw anymore?
Gordon Ramsay in the sea here.
Cat cam.
Because Kenny pulled a picture of him. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Sealy Press Box here at Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena and Convocation Hall. I am Payne Gerard. This is Mike Neckers. And Mike, as we're about to have puck drop, any last thoughts?
Let's play some hockey, Kenny.
Absolutely, as we take a look between the netminders, it's going to be Beaver for Hobart, and for Oswego, it's going to be Gavin McCarthy, two of the best in the SUNY going at it. Hobart has it off the opening face-off. That shot goes right to McCarthy, and he stands at his head, but they'll score quickly. That one sneaks by, and Hobart is on the board.
And the Statesmen wasting no time here, Kenny, but hold on. Discussing with the official, looks like it will stand as a goal, and McCarthy with an early slip-up here.
That was quick. It got right between his pads, tried to sit on it, and unfortunately just couldn't get on top of that one for the Lakers, and that is a quick goal for the Statesmen, and man, it's already 1-0.
18 seconds in, the Lakers at home down as that one just sneaks by McCarthy, unable to get a clean glove on it.
Well, if we were tossing teddies for the Hobart Statesmen, they would have gone flying quick. Only 18 seconds off the clock, and the #1 team in the country is up 1-0. That one goes down into the Lakers' end again. Cooper gets it for Oswego, trying to get something going. A quick goal for Hobart as they try to regain possession in their offensive end, and they do. Statesman will pass this one up high. And Lally takes a shot that goes off into the corner. In the corner, Lakers and Hobart. Shot in front off the crossbar. That one's no good. Simons down low trying to get it back from Fazik. Fazik and McQuaid tied up. Lakers get possession. Here comes Nico Payon. That pass is off the stick of a Statesman. McQuaid gets back to it, so does Payon. Lose it for a second. Voslo dumps around the board. Beaver out of net. Hobart with it now down the near side. And Morrissey will pass this one over. And Hobart's pass broken up, stays in neutral ice. They'll dump that one past McCarthy. Near side boards. Semrad will get to it for the Lakers. Cohen will dump this one off the glass. Hobart looks to get to it first. Quickly to it is Ryan for the Lakers, who dumps it. Oswego will go get a change.
Yeah, Kenny, and the Lakers starting out really slow here, but a big hit on the boards. This one sent across the ice.
Semrad in a leg race. This one will be blown dead. And Mike, let's talk about the goalies in this one. We mentioned it earlier on. Beaver and McCarthy. Take me through the netminders.
Yeah, Kenny. Damon Beaver having a phenomenal season, a .960 save percentage, a .72 goals allowed average, and currently has Hobart's record for most career shutouts with 21. McCarthy doing really well as well, a .979 save percentage this season, but lets this one in early here, so now the Lakers down 1-0 early and some work to do.
Face off in the Lakers' end. That one goes absolutely nowhere. Hobart gets it in the offensive end. Statesman trying to make it a 2-0 lead here early on. And Hobart on the power play after the penalty, so they will be a man up for the next 2 minutes on the Lakers. And we'll see if that Oswego penalty kill can hold. Again, teams 0-16 on the power play against the Lakers. Hobart trying to make that 1-17. That's kept on sides. That one goes off the boards again. Hobart down low, trying to regain possession and get something going. In front, looks for a wraparound shot. It'll just passes one up to the face-off circle. Cross-ice pass. Sets him up, doesn't take the shot. In front, that one goes wide left. Too much traffic in front for him. And that one goes off into neutral ice for the Oswego penalty kill.
Yeah, and a really nice block there by Travis Baker for the Oswego State Lakers. Slows down the play, gets in a fresh set of legs on the defensive end for Oswego.
Another minute and 7 seconds here on the Hobart power play, trying to make it a 2-0 advantage. That one goes a little farther than they're anticipating, but they'll get to it first. This Hobart team is quick, Mike. That's something I've noticed early on.
Yeah, Kenny, Chris Duclair flying up this left wing here. We'll see if he can get something going, but this one sent deep and an icing call.
And Mike, I mean, the Lakers are down 1-0 quick, and that was just, I don't want to say a fluke shot, but more of a, oh crap, that's between his legs, didn't even know it got in there. So what do the Lakers got to do to get one back?
You know, Kenny, I think it's very important that Oswego stays composed here. An early goal is not what they wanted to let up, obviously, but still a lot of game left here and a lot of opportunity moving forward to try and get themselves back into this one and find the back of the net.
McQuaid in for the Lakers on the face-off. That one's won by the Statesmen. And Hobart will get it out of their own end, and Dulan will pass over. Charging down the ice is Duclair. Far side board, Lakers get possession back into neutral ice. Penalty kill still working on all cylinders for the Lakers, and Elliott will pass across ice. That one goes behind to McCarthy. Simpson gets to it, and Simpson and Simons are tied up. That one's out to Baker. And Baker will get that one out of the zone. That'll force a reset. Oswego will go for a change on the penalty kill unit. Hobart with another 15 seconds to try and tie one in and break up the Oswego's perfect penalty kill on the year. Across the blue line for Hobart. That's in front. Semrad seals it away. Good chance for Hobart. They get to it first. Semrad all tangled up, trying to get open to get something going. The Lakers will return to full strength, and that will kill off the 17th straight penalty of the season. Here comes Oswego. Cohen on the far side with it, charging down. Looks to wrap around the net. He loses an edge in front. That was a good play there. And D'Amatos just couldn't stay on his skates. Cohen gets it up against the boards. Lakers finally getting some offensive action here. Shot in front, saved. Beaver's first action of the night from the Lakers, and it's one save for him. Here the Hobart bench. Hobart will dump this one into the Oswego end. They'll go for a change. Lakers get this thing back, and they will also go for a change. McDonough will pass up. That pass again dumped away. A lot of dump and chase here early on, Mike, but Hobart, that might be the name of their game, being the quicker team on the ice so far. Cooper, Bannister down low, trying to get it back. Burke chases it to the far side boards. He'll get to it with Semrad. Semrad looks for a passing lane, all swallowed up. Hobart gets a stick on it. Gatto gets to it as he gets hit by two Statesmen, and they'll get it back. Trepanier can't keep a hold on it. There'll be a trip right there, but no one will call it. Here comes Hobart again. They'll force a reset. Everybody's back on side. Trepanier loses that one. Vassilo gets to it. Can't keep a stick on it, then he gets it again. Lakers with a couple of nice steals. Got to capitalize something on offense, though, against the #1 team in the country. Gilmore pass in front. That one looked like it was going to be a shot off the crossbar. And Hobart will dump this one away with Andres. And McCarthy will call for an icing and get it.
Yeah, Kenny, and the officials really seem to be letting these guys play. We've seen a couple close calls on trips early on the ice here, but Damon Beaver with a nice couple of stops there. The Lakers not applying a whole lot of pressure, and let's take another look at some of these hits. I mean, just a stiff arm there for the Oswego State Lakers, and then right here, a big check in the middle, but the Lakers battling hard to try and get back into this one.
Face-off in the Hobart zone. Oswego gets to it first with Horacek. Horacek loses that one. Fudger gets it back. That goes between his legs and back into possession of the Statesman. Horacek keeps on the right side of the blue. That one goes under the stick of Fudger. Chased down low is Andres. Andres chased up with Ergo. Horacek gets a stick on it. Here come the Lakers pass in front. Shot by Fudger, no good. What a chance there for the Lakers, but it won't go. And that one goes to neutral ice, and a close call there for Hobart, but Oswego's first real opportunity of the game.
Yeah, Oswego bringing on some fresh legs here, but look at that pressure the Lakers are finally applying. Took them 6 minutes to figure out what they need to do, but now putting the pressure on Damon Beaver here. Let's take one more look. Nice pass across the middle and just deflected by that Hobart defense who's been so solid all season long, Kenny.
And Hobart's defense been phenomenal, blocking plenty of shots and not letting too much get to Damon Beaver. That face-off is won by the Statesman. And instantly blown dead penalty coming. Looks like we're going to get cross-check. I'm not sure exactly. I didn't see the call.
Yeah, I didn't see it either, Kenny, but it looks like it's going to be
slashing.
A slashing call here. So the Lakers now with a power play, I believe, and a chance to capitalize and try and find the back of the net on this Hobart defense that's let in just 3 goals. My apologies, 4 goals on 33 power plays this season.
And they'll go and pull him off the bench, and you are absolutely right, Mike. 2 minutes of Oswego State power play starts right now. And Oswego really needs a goal here early on. I know we say it's early, but against a team like Hobart, you got to score early. After they score quick, their confidence is up. Face-off, won by the penalty kill unit in the Hobart Statesman, but that's kept on sides by Cohen. They'll dump it right back around the boards. Up top, Lakers with it again. Cooper, pass between the legs over to Burke. Burke at the face-off circle, pass down low. Taking their time with Vassilo. It's up to Cohen. Cohen takes a shot. That goes off his own man with Horacek. Lakers will get their own rebound. They'll set up again. Up to Cohen. Yeah, Cohen can't keep control of that one. There's some good defense from Hobart, and that goes across the blue. Lakers will be forced to reset. Good penalty kill early on here from Hobart. Short-handed, trying to make something happen. They'll just dump this one away and go for a change on the penalty kill unit. Moving down ice is Oswego. It's Cohen. Cohen looks for a man to pass to. Nobody there. And he'll dump that one off the glass down low. Gatto meets it down low. Stolen away by Hobart for a second. Oswego gets it back with Gatto. Pass under the stick of a Laker, and that one goes into neutral ice. Poked away by Belov.
Yeah, Kenny, and the Lakers certainly applying pressure here on this power play, but yet to put a shot on net during. So something that they're going to have to try and rework here if they want to figure out how to get shots on Beaver.
We talked about special teams early on. It's going to be a make or break in this one. McQuaid with it now. He'll pass up top. Baker. In front, McQuaid shot high and left of the net. Baker gets the rebound. He'll pass on low to Gatto. Over to McQuaid. McQuaid skates around near the faceoff circle. Pass broken up by Hobart. And a nice deflection there from Ryan for the Statesman. 15 seconds remain on the Oswego State power play. Here comes Bannister. Pass back to McQuaid. McQuaid in front, broken up by Hobart. Baker will pass. Gatto can't keep it on sides. And Baker will try to get it back in neutral ice, but Hobart actually gets to it first. They'll return to full strength, and now they're on the offensive attack. Shot in front, that one saved by McCarthy. Face-off circle, Hobart with it again. Poked away by McQuaid, then again by Baker. Rebounded by D'Amatos. That shot goes in front. Here come the Lakers now with McQuaid. And he'll dump this one away, and Oswego will go for a change. D'Amatos was under his stick. He'll get it back for the Statesman. Ergo steals it away. He'll pass over to Bala, and Oswego trying to get back on the offensive end. Stolen away by D'Amatos again. Hobart with it now in the corner. Hosepan. Pass over. And Daniels will pass cross ice, almost stolen away. Hobart gets it again. Cross ice pass again, nobody's home. Daniels can't get to it, he's met up with Ryan. Ed Bala will steal this one away for Oswego. Here come the Lakers again. That one's dumped right into the chest of Beaver. I guess that's a wake-up call, Mike.
Yeah, Kenny, and honestly, not a terrible idea from the Lakers. They haven't had a lot of success trying to carry the puck down the ice and get into that offensive zone, so why not force Beaver to cover and start in that offensive zone, see if we can get a head up on the Statesman here early. Take another look at this hit, a big one into the boards. Lakers applying the pressure, but still yet to find the back of the net.
A lot of physicality in this one. Again, two of the best teams in the United States D3 hockey. It'll be interesting to see how the rest of this one plays out. Face-off in the Hobart zone is won by the Statesman. Cooper goes to it quickly. Gatto tries to knock it down, and that one did go into the Hobart bench, so it will be blown dead.
Yeah, Kenny, and the Lakers in an interesting position that they haven't been in too many times this year behind. Something that they aren't super accustomed to is coming back from a deficit here this season, so we'll see what they can do, but it's Ryan Burke on the face for Oswego State.
Early hole for the Lakers again. We said it 18 seconds into this one. Hobart got one between the legs of McCarthy. They go up 1-0. Face off at center ice. Goes to the Statesman, but taken back by the Lakers. That goes all around the boards. Beaver calls for the icing, won't get it. Hobart gets possession. That goes off the helmet of Ryan. And Burke lays a stick onto Dulane. That one's passed up to Hobart. Here they come charging down the ice. Statesman looking for a lane. Shot, save, rebound. And that one's in. The Statesmen bury another one. Shimizi, it's 2-0 Hobart.
And complete collapse for the Lakers on this one. A 2-on-1 with the defender trailing, just unable to get it. A nice rebound there. Again, kind of just the puck gets lost in front of the net there, and Lakers can't get it out in time.
And that's what Hobart's been so good at all year long, are those second chances in front of the net. They get that rebound, and Shimizi buries it for the Statesman, and it's quickly 2-0 Hobart. Face-off is won again by the Statesmen. Are they going to add third goal to their lead here before we even reach 10 minutes past in this one? Lakers steal it back, get it around the boards. Got to get it out of their own zone, trying to make something happen, but not much here early on. Going down low, can't get a stick on it. Hobart keeps it, pass in front, and they'll reset. Slow, methodical offense of the Statesman's been a killer this year. Another shot in front, saved by McCarthy. That one's dumped high into the air, right down onto the wheel. And Morrissey will get it for Hobart. Morrissey will take a shot off the stick of McCarthy and into the netting. So this one will be blown dead. And Mike, I mean, if you're Oswego, you're down 2-0 very quickly. What do you got to do to get back into this one?
I mean, Kenny, again, I said it earlier after the first goal, they need to stay composed. They need to try and slow down their game and figure out a different way to break this Hobart defense, because so far nothing they've done has worked.
A good momentum maker in this one for Oswego. Get a goal and get the Teddies on the ice. It could really be a change in this one.
I mean, you've got the home ice advantage. You got to try and use it here.
Hobart with it now on the offensive end again. Morrissey tries to make a move. Oslo steals away. Can't get a stick on it. It goes into neutral ice. Hobart quickly back on it. Great on the fore and back check so far today. They're number one for a reason.
Yeah, and certainly proving why they are the number one team in the country.
Rebound shot in front. That one saved by McCarthy. Another good second chance for Hobart. They'll keep possession, though, in the Oswego end. Gilmore will pass it off the boards to Simons. Simons gets hit, but he'll keep possession of the puck. That one goes behind his man, McQuaid. McQuaid's pass is stolen away. D'Amatos with it. He'll lose an edge. Vossalo gets it. His pass broken up quickly again. Lakers in front, unable to keep possession of the puck. That Hobart defense has been excellent here today. McCarthy thinks about keeping it, but he will freeze this one as Hosapane was quickly coming in on him.
Yeah, smart there to cover by McCarthy. Already down 2-0. You cannot take any chances in that defensive end. And Kenny, Lakers down 2-0. You might want to take a look at their schedule. They haven't played a game in nearly 2 weeks, so maybe a little rust to be shaken off here.
And actually, it's the first time all season that Oswego is down multiple goals in a game. So we'll see if they're able to come back in this one. Hobart with it in the offensive end. Payon gets a stick on it with Horacek. Hobart Oswego unable to get it out of their own zone here, trying to get something going offensively, but Hobart excellent at shutting down these passing lanes. Ergo hits him up against the boards. And Fontana can't keep it. Back around the boards to Horacek again. Fontana tied up with Horacek. That pass is high and up into the air, and that one will just be dumped away. Beaver calls for the icing, and he will get it.
Yeah, Kenny, and a lot of physicality coming from this Hobart team early. You can tell they've been conditioned really, really well by that coaching staff over in Geneva, New York, and just doing a phenomenal job of showing it and really shutting down the Lakers from trying to clear the puck from their own defensive end here.
Shimizi in for the faceoff for Hobart, wins it. There's a shot in front, a little bit too much traffic, though, to get an open lane on that one. In the corner, Hobart regains possession. McDonough with it now. He'll pass down low, backhand shot in front to McCarthy. He saves that one. A nice move there by Shimizi and just kind of moves a Laker away from his netminder.
Yeah, Kenny, and a little pushing and shoving after the play there. Brett Fudger just protecting his goaltender, Gavin McCarthy. But looks like new lines coming on for both sides. Lakers will have a defensive face here, and one they're going to have to clear out of that defensive zone.
Shimizi and Burke in for the face-off. That's blown dead. Someone jumped off sides with the air quotes.
Officials say, not yet, fellas. Got to try this one more time.
Now it's Duclair and Burke for the face-off in the Oswego end. Oswego and Hobart banging on the boards. That one's won. Shimizi gets a stick on it. And Hobart comes away with it. Duclair off the glass in front to McCarthy, and he'll freeze that one. Didn't look like it was heading his way, but he will get to it. And Mike, again, it's still early, but just looking at the shot differential between both of these teams, 9 shots on net to McCarthy and only 3 for the Lakers. Oswego obviously going to have to up that total.
I mean, Kenny, there's been almost no offensive production for this Oswego team, plain and simple, and that's just not going to cut it against the number 1 team in the country, the 3-time defending national champions. You cannot come out on your heels here.
Shimizi and Gatto in for the face-off. Oswego end once again. Face-off goes absolutely nowhere and taken back by the Lakers. That's in a neutral ice. Dulan will get to it, chased by Burke. Dulan stolen away, dumped in a neutral ice. Nice poke away there from the Lakers. And McDonough will chase it down, but it'll be called an icing before he can get to it.
And Kenny, this is kind of what I'm talking about. You saw just now Josh Dulan carry the puck through 3 or 4 Oswego defenders. They cannot let that continue to happen throughout this game, or it's going to end up 5, 6, 7-0. And Lakers cannot have that happen.
Face off in the Oswego end. Burke for the Lakers. Trepanier for Hobart. Quick shot in front. That one saved, and a quick shot from Andres, and a little more pushing and shoving, some extracurriculars after that one.
Yeah, and a shaky start early from McCarthy, as we've seen, Kenny, but it feels like he's settling in a little more now on the defensive end. Let's take another look at this save right off the face. Just hugs that one, says, no one's getting near this puck.
McCarthy with an 83% save percentage here early on in this one. 2 saves on 10 shots faced against the Statesmen. On the other end of the ice, Beaver, no goals, 3 saves. It's 100% save percentage. Face off, won by the Lakers in their own end with Baker. Baker off the boards. That one goes under the stick of his man. Miller couldn't get to it. Baker gets to it again. Hobart trying to get it back from Oswego. Puck bouncing around. Andres shot in front. That one's from McDonough. That won't go. Simpson gets to it for Oswego. Unable to keep a stick on it for a second. And stolen away again by the Statesman. Backhand pass. Down low near the red line. Behind the net. Baker going for it. He's all tied up with Trepanier. Simpson gets to it behind McCarthy. Spending a lot of time in their own zone, unable to get much going. We'll see if they can here with Cohen. Cohen unable to keep possession of that one. Stick goes flying. Cohen is lumberless on the ice. Near the Oswego bench, McQuaid comes on. They'll get a change while they're over there anyway. McQuaid loses an edge, instantly getting on the ice, and Hobart steals it away. Medlison tied up. That one gets dumped into the Lakers' end. Semrad gets to it. Back over to Simons. Simons over to Baker. Still going backwards, trying to get north on the ice. That's off the stick of Simons and underneath the Statesman, who's going to lay on the puck and realizes it's under him, and now Hobart gets back to it. That was an interesting play there, Mike. That's up to Vassalo. Behind the skate of McQuaid. That one's up and into the fans.
Yeah, Kenny, and that was Tristan Fazig just falling on top of the puck. Wrong place, wrong time, but worked out well for the Statesman there. Able to slow down, get possession back, and come up with the puck, swing it across the ice. So well done by him, even though it wasn't on purpose, an incidental success for the Statesman there.
Things like that'll happen when you're the best in the country. Face off at the wheel. That one is won by Hobart, but Semrad gets it back near the snow for Oswego. Instantly back to Morrissey and Hobart. D'Amatos passes this one up. Here come the Statesmen. Ossipane looks for a pass, can't find it. Semrad breaks it up on the stick of Horacek. Here comes Semrad now for Oswego. Swallowed up by orange jerseys, and that one's back over to Morrissey. Hobart gets it again. Fudger gets to it, wins the leg race with the Statesman. It's over to Semrad, who passes off the glass. And Morrissey gets to it again. He'll pass it near his own bench. Down low, D'Amatos will chase it back for Hobart. And Hobart's defense has been suffocating the Lakers' offense, unable to get much going. But every time they get the puck, there's plenty of orange jerseys for the white ones. Here comes Hobart once again. That one's poked away by Bannister and stolen by Nico Payon. Payon near side, poked away. Bannister gets hit. No penalty called on the high stick. We'll keep playing on. Payon can't get to it. Here comes the Statesman. Backhand pass. That one's stolen away. A nice chance there from Toth. Near side boards. In the neutral ice again. That one goes all the way down. And this will be blown dead on an icing.
Yeah, Kenny, I'm going to want to take a look back at that hit we just saw in front of the Oswego bench. Looked a little high for my liking. If I'm out on the ice and someone hits me up there, I'm definitely calling for a penalty of some sorts. And here's a clip right here, right across the chin strap there. And no call, so referees letting the guys play out here tonight, but Hobart still ahead 2-0.
Face-off won by the Lakers in their own end once again. There's a centering shot in front. That one's off the post. Oh, what a shot from McDonough that just doesn't go. That one's pure bad luck for Hobart. Yeah, Cooper gets hit up against the boards. He'll get it back for the Lakers. Oswego looking for a little bit of luck of their own, maybe some Christmas magic in this one, down 2-0 early. Hobart gets possession. That one's blown dead, and I'm going to guess an offsides.
Yeah, Kenny, an offside signal there from the official, so now a face in the offensive zone for the Statesmen. 4:19 remaining here in the first period. Hobart leading 2-0 and just dominating pretty much every facet of the game here early. They're skating faster, they're skating harder, and they're just playing with more physicality than this Oswego State team right now.
Trepanier and Miller in for the faceoff. Trepanier wins it for Hobart in the offensive end. Belov tied up with Simpson. That one goes out. Simpson gets a stick on it. Hobart under the stick of McDonough, and they'll get it back in neutral ice. It'll force a reset. McDonough will pass it off the boards. McCarthy will come out of net to get that one. And McCarthy will pass this thing over. Simpson's pass under the stick of his man. Hobart keeps it on sides. They'll try to seal this thing away once again. Baker up to Cohen. And here comes the Lakers' offensive movement. Stolen away by Hobart once again right in front of the net. McQuaid steals it away. McQuaid in the corner, looks for a pass. He'll get it. Shot, saved. Rebound chance in front, still loose, and it goes back to the boards with McQuaid. Good opportunity there for Oswego, but unable to capitalize on the second chance opportunity. Gilmore flying down ice. He'll get it back for Oswego. Gilmore takes it across the blue line. He'll dump it past the face-off circle. Doolin won't get to it. Simons gets to it again, but Gilmore gets there again. Gilmore over to McQuaid. McQuaid shot in front. Loose. Goal! Fossilo buries that one, and here come the Teddy Bears.
The Teddies are flying as Colin Fossilo buries that one. A nice rebound. Kenny, you ready to throw these Bears?
Ready. Hopefully I don't grunt on air. Yeah. Yep, there it goes. No, not bad. It's a little farther than I got last year, and I didn't hit anybody this year. Well, what a goal that one was, and that could be a momentum changer as look at all these Teddy Bears all going to a great cause with Toys for Tots this holiday season. Look at the replay of it here, Mike.
Yeah, just right around that pad there of Beavers, sneaks it in almost behind the goal line. But Fossilo finds a way, and just like that, Kenny, the Lakers right back in this one. A 2-1 game, a huge momentum shift, and you see Oswego helping out the community, helping clean up the Bears out here on the ice. What an exciting night, and what an exciting goal.
All these Teddy Bears will be going to families in need this holiday season through Toys for Tots. But back on the ice in action for this one, Fossilo, it's a great second chance. We talked about how Hobart early on in that second goal was able to capitalize on the rebound. Oswego does a little bit of the same, and that's how you keep it with a team like Hobart. Make plays, second chance opportunities. We talk about special teams being huge. Mike, I'd argue that second chances are also just as big in this one.
Absolutely, Kennedy. Kennedy, that's my sister's name, my apologies, but those rebound goals are just so important. We've seen it all season from the Oswego State Lakers, and a really big one here today puts them back within one of the #1 ranked team in the country, and just like that, we've got ourselves a game here.
Man, that was a fast cleanup, too. They are really moving with these Teddy Bears to get back on the ice with 3:06 remaining in the first, and you hear the crowd cheering them on as a late Teddy Bear flies near the Hobart side. So, Mike, I mean, obviously Hobart is still up a goal in this one, but if you're the Statesman, I mean, how do you respond after that one?
I mean, Kenny, we have a stoppage of the game. That's how long this cleanup takes. So all the momentum that Hobart had, all that high-flying action we saw on the left side of the screen, I think that's going to slow down a little bit. Of course, only 3 minutes left in the period, but the Lakers have a lot of momentum, a lot of excitement over on this bench in the crowd for all these Oswego State fans, and one more Bear comes flying in late, Kenny.
And Simons will go and get that one for Oswego. And, you know, you got to think the players on the ice love this just as much as the fans and everybody else enjoys the Teddy Bear toss. So Oswego gets one on the board. It's now 2-1 Hobart with 3:06 left here in the first. Oswego gains a little bit of momentum. Let's see if this will help them. Maybe they can tie it up going out of the first, or can Hobart get that 2-goal lead back and make it 3-1?
Yeah, Kenny, and I will say Mark Taylor is no stranger to adversity. The head coach for the Hobart Statesmen has been coaching even longer than Ed Gosick, which you may not have thought was possible, and he has a lot of national championships to go right along with it. There's the goal one more time, the celebration, and we're right back to the action here at center ice.
Zamboni doors close, and here we go, back at center ice at the wheel. Hobart with the advantage, 2-1, but Oswego gets one in the back of the net. Lakers win the face-off. Momentum now back on their side, but Hobart a team that can easily quiet down a crowd. Gilmore, pass over to Semrad. Semrad looks for a lane near the face-off circle. Hobart shutting down those passing lanes magnificently in this one. That one's stolen away by Hobart. Fossilo announces the goal scorer. Crowd loses it, but Hobart comes in for a chance. That one's broken up by the Oswego defense. Here comes Horacek. That's over to Fudger, who lays a big hit up near the boards. This one will be blown dead with 2:32 remaining here in the first.
Yeah, Kenny, I believe just icing on this one, so offsides, my apologies. So this one's going to come right back to center ice for another faceoff. And look at that hit there from Brett Fudger. I mean, just drives that Hobart defender into the ground. Here's Mark Taylor again. Obviously a lot of work to be done for the Hobart Statesmen.
Faceoff won by Oswego at the wheel. It's Payon with it now. Payon's tied up. Hobart gets that one down into the Oswego end. Cooper down low, met up with two Statesmen. Shimizi been flying all over the ice for Hobart. One of their standout players, has been phenomenal so far in this one. But here comes Oswego again with McQuaid. He'll lose it on that one. It'll dump it around the boards. Lally gets to it. He'll pass this one out. Toth with it. He'll lose an edge. Vosselo technically sitting on it too. Toth just not getting off of it. Oswego trying to get it back in the end. Second time a Statesman has landed on a puck. Very interesting. I've never seen it happen once, let alone twice in a game. Oswego trying to get it back in the offensive end. That goes across the blue line. It'll force a reset. Not if Shimizi can get to it first and get some offense for Hobart. Toth, pass down to Shimizi. Shimizi, face-off circle, stolen away by Simpson. He'll dump this one off the Jumbotron, and the field goal is off the crossbar, I guess.
Kenny, I think we've had more pucks fly into that Jumbotron this year than any year prior, and we're only 7 games into the season here in Oswego.
It's not even close. I've never seen that many hit the Jumbotron ever, but nevertheless, it's been a very physical and fun one so far. Nothing expected less between two of the best schools in Division III hockey. Face-off in the Oswego end. Goes nowhere. Oswego gets to it. And here come the Lakers now with Bannister. Back to Simpson. Simpson's pass straight into the glove of D'Amatos. D'Amatos off the glass. Baker rushing down now is Hobart, and that one will be an offsides as they didn't like the call there, and Fazig was confused, and I'm a little confused too. I don't know if that was an offsides either.
Me as well. I saw Josh Simpson's hand go up, saw Travis Baker's hand go up. I guess 2 defenders signal it's offsides. The officials are going to go with that one, Kenny, but a face here for the Lakers in a dangerous spot and a chance to tie things up before the end of the first period.
Jump around, blaring through the depth, face off in the Hobart end. Oswego trying to tie this thing up with 1:22 remaining here in the first. Burke gets body checked off of the face-off, and well, I guess we're going to have to reset here, Mike.
Yeah, Kenny, and Hobart, a big fan of bringing the physicality, I suppose. A lot of false starts on face-offs today. Again, more than I think I've ever seen in a hockey game. So a couple of strange things going on here today in the Deb. We'll call it Christmas magic.
I'll tell you what's going on in the Deb. The number 1 and number 4 teams in the United States are facing off, and that's exactly why we see these plays. Both teams knowing they have to get a jump and get going in this one. Both teams equally as dangerous. Face-off won by Hobart in their own end. It'll get dumped up to Semrad, who puts it immediately back into the Hobart end. Beaver out of net to pass it over to his man, D'Amatos. D'Amatos passes up, almost only by Gatto. Mendelson can't keep a stick on it, stolen back by the Lakers. He'll pass over to Bannister. Bannister near the face-off circle. Pass broken up by D'Amatos. Around the boards over to Bala. Bala pass to Gatto. Gatto on his knees takes a shot. Lost his stick is Beaver. Beaver is stickless in net, and that one gets passed by his teammate. Nice heads-up play there from Hobart. Off the boards, Burke with it now. Here comes Bannister. Bannister can't keep a stick on it. It's stolen away by Hobart. Hobart gets moving. Oswego mid-change. Statesman makes a move. Can't get there. Ryan unable to keep a stick on it. It's stolen away by Nico Payon. Payon will pass up. Chases down low. He'll go right into Beaver. McDonough gets it across the blue line. Lakers will be forced to reset. They'll dump this one away. Doolin with it now in his own end. 13 seconds remain here in the first. Hobart going to try and tag one more goal onto the scoreboard before it ends. But that goes to neutral ice. Oswego will try the same. Here comes Ryan. Ryan can't keep a stick on it, and that will just pretty much do it here for the first period of action. And Mike, here's a fighter down on the ice, and the refs break that one up quickly as Daniels had some issues with Nico Payon on the end of that one. And again, tension's high in this one, but this period about had it all. 2 Hobart goals, 1 for the Lakers, and the Teddy Bears were tossed here in the first period. Your prediction was what, second?
Second.
So it happened earlier than you thought. I also was going to go with the second or third period for the Lakers. Oswego been a third period team all season long. Mike? there's a lot to happen there. You got to take me through some of this. I'm lost over here.
I mean, Kenny, it was a really shaky start for this Oswego Lakers team, especially on the defensive end of the ice. I mean, it just felt like they couldn't do anything right. Couldn't clear the puck, couldn't catch a break, and some miscues defensively caused McCarthy to let in 2 goals early. From there, I really wasn't sure if the Lakers were going to be able to bounce back, but all you need is one shining moment, and the Lakers took that. Colin Vossilo off a nice rebound, gets the Teddy Bears flying, shifts the momentum completely, and the Lakers go into this break down a goal, but I think in a good spot.
Definitely not in a bad spot against the #1 team in the country. Again, we say that probably time and time again today. They are just that good. So, Mike, any more thoughts here?
I'm excited for this second period here, Kenny. A lot of physicality, and I think it's just going to get even more physical moving into the second and third. Can't wait to see what happens.
We're sending it down to our sideline reporter, Michelle Smith, with Tanner Daniels, the left winger for Hobart. Michelle, Tanner, take it away.
I am here with Tanner Daniels, captain of the Hobart Statesmen. I have one question for you. You are the leader of scoring on your team right now. You scored 17 seconds into the first period. Can you walk us through seeing the opportunity and then capitalizing?
I mean, honestly, it was just a good forecheck, and our defenseman, Bauer Morrissey, made a great play to find my stick there, and it was just great bounce for it to go in. Kind of fortunate for us, honestly.
Great. Thank you so much. And just one more thing. Your coach said before the game, he spoke to some of us here at WTOP 10. He mentioned how the atmosphere in the Deborah Stanley Arena can sometimes impact play. Do you feel that at all on the ice, or you just go, go, go? You've obviously capitalized on the energy tonight.
I mean, yeah, it's packed here almost every time we play. It's awesome to play here because of that. And I think there's a little bit of nerves coming in as it's a up the lake kind of rivalry, and scoring the first goal can kind of simmer them down a bit. So yeah, it's pretty cool to play in front of them.
Great. Thank you so much, Tanner. Good luck the rest of the way. We're going to send it back to our guys in the press box.
Thank you, Michelle, and well said from Tanner Daniels. Great forecheck to start the game to get that first goal in. He did say it was a touch fortunate. I agree. It was a bouncing puck, but a beautiful play nevertheless from El Capitan for Hobart. So, Mike, any more closing thoughts here before we throw it to a quick break and send it over to our perch?
Well, Kenny, it's been physical. It's been exciting. The Teddy Bears have already been tossed. We've got 2 more great periods of action coming up here soon.
We're going to throw it to yet another quick break, but when we come back, it'll be time for our perch people to take it through the first period. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego right here on WTOP 10.
But I would have liked to see more on, Poutine or something. I don't think he's very nice.
He's so annoying, and he's not very funny either.
He got that hot dog at one time. I don't know why he would do such a thing.
I'm not sure why he's still playing a Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii is so old. I've tried reporting him like 600 times, and nobody's answering my phone call.
Welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan had prayed for the last 15 games. They beat.
Writing a letter to the NFL fans? Get out of here with that.
Let me finish. No,
let me finish.
Stop.
Johnny Manziel, that guy, he's a loser.
No, that's.
Watch the DK experience.
What we do here is go back.
Cooked! You know it's cooked when it's not raw anymore?
Gordon Ramsay gonna say here.
Cat cam.
Because Kenny pulled a picture of him. Yeah.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Deborah F. Stanley Arena for this first intermission report in the game between the Oswego State Lakers and the Hobart Statesmen. And guys, what a game it has been. Oswego just 1 goal and Hobart with 2. Jake, why don't you start us off and break down how it was going?
Well, speaking of the start, it was a bad start for Oswego here tonight. It only took 18 seconds for Hobart to capitalize on a scoring chance and go up 1-0. The senior forward, Tanner Daniels, number 8 for Hobart, was able to score in just 18 seconds, and 8 minutes later, that was followed up by Dominic Shimizi. A 2-0 lead early for Hobart. It looked like all hope was lost for Oswego, but then they turned it around.
Yeah, they absolutely did. They did turn it around. But before we talk about them turning around, I do want to talk about how they were playing before they turned it around. Piper, you had some things that you noticed about their offense early. What do you got?
Yeah, with Oswego's offense, before they did score the goal, they usually shoot way more, and they really haven't this game, but that also falls on, they didn't have much time on the offensive side, and they've been losing the puck very quickly so far. And another part of that is they haven't been winning the face-offs. Face-offs help wow, can't even say that word that I was going to use, so let me not say it. They have not been winning these face-offs. 14-10 Hobart in wins for face-off.
Yeah, Hobart, they've been dominating very much so in the early parts of the game, and on defense for Oswego, they were really struggling. Logan, what was going on there?
Yeah, Oswego just looked out of sync on defense, basically in every part of the game. In the pregame, I said they have a lot of individual strengths on defense that need to come together. That wasn't the case in the early stages. Again, they looked out of sync. As Piper said, they won in about every department. Hobart did in face-offs, in one-on-one battles, in the neutral zone. Hobart just dominated before the wheel was turned.
Yeah, they absolutely did. They were so good on defense and on offense to start this game, and they were rolling. And guys, it was the first time this season that Oswego has trailed by multiple goals. And what did they do to respond? Jacob, walk me through it.
Well, when all hope seemed to be lost with just 3 minutes left in this first period, Colin Vasallo, the sophomore winger, was able to capitalize and bounce back for the Lakers, put them on the board. They are getting outshot by 50% right now. Hobart almost has doubled their shots. But Colin Vasallo and the Lakers were able to shrink that lead and put it in the net right here, as you see. A beautiful finish by the forward. Great shot overall. Good job, Lakers.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was the score there, 2-1 now to end that period. And guys, gotta be honest, when I saw it go 2-0, I got a little worried for the Lakers, and I was starting to think maybe this might be a blowout. And then they changed my mind with just a couple minutes left. But now let's talk about going into this next period. Logan, we've seen 2 goalies play pretty good games so far. Why don't you walk me through this comparison that we've seen?
Yeah, senior goalie Damon Beaver, he is a 3-time national champion. He faced a lot of shots in that first period. He did let one in. You saw that as Jacob, you broke down. It was chaos in net on account of Vasallo just being ultra alert that allowed the goal to go in. So I just think Hobart still gonna stand up to the test as we find the team stats here. Sorry, real quick. Beaver in the first period, he faced just 5 shots. He let in 1 goal, and then Oswego State, you got the sophomore Gavin McCarthy. He's been playing well for Oswego all season, faced 11 shots, let in 2 goals. So I think as a whole, Oswego will need to clean up their team defense to get back in this one even more.
Yeah, I could not agree more. Oswego definitely needs to improve on that team defense, but I think McCarthy, he definitely turned it around going into the second half of the first period. Now, guys, really quick before we talk a little bit more about this game, we want to go around this to take a little trip around the SUNY to update on some of the scores going around the SUNY. Piper, why don't you walk us through what's going on?
Yeah, so right now there's Skidmore versus Buff State. Buff State up 2-0, which kind of expected. Buff State's higher in the rankings. And then we have Potsdam versus Cortland. Score 1-1. Also, Cortland number 3rd place right behind us, so it's kind of iffy there on. I think Cortland should pull this off, but I guess not, maybe. And then we have Canton versus Morrisville, 2-0. And then Plattsburgh versus Fredonia, 1-0. We said earlier that Plattsburgh is kind of struggling, so maybe, hopefully, this will help them bring their momentum back.
Yeah, Plattsburgh has been struggling. Canton, not another one that isn't too surprising, though. Canton has been a very strong team all year, beating up on Morrisville right now. Now, guys, one thing I do want to talk about before we start wrapping this up. If you are I love asking this question. If you are Ed Gosick in the locker room of the Oswego State Lakers, what are you asking your team? Piper, I'm going to go back to you. What are you saying to your team?
Don't give up. Keep fighting for the puck. That's what they're still doing. They keep fighting, especially towards the end of that period. They were fighting really hard for the puck. If you saw, the puck was in the air a good amount of times because they kept hitting it up, trying to get away from the Hobart players, keep catching it, dropping it right next to them, making it easier for them to get it. So I think he's just going to say, keep going for that puck, don't give up on it, and keep fighting, even if you're getting slammed against the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. And now on the other side of it, Hobart up 2-1. If you're Mark Taylor in the locker room of the Statesman, Jake, what are you telling your team that is up right now?
Well, if I'm Mark Taylor and I'm the coach of the Statesman, I'm keeping it simple. You already have the lead and your offense looks dominant on the ice. You have double the shots that Oswego does. Keep making high chances and keep scoring. Keep the pressure on the Tendy. Do not let him breathe, and you will win this game.
Now, Logan, it was 2-0 to start, but a late goal changed the momentum. Do you have any expectations going into this second period?
I think Oswego, even more than the first period, they know what they need to do in the second period. Again, as you all touched on, in those latter stages of the first half, they applied a lot more urgency, a lot more shots, got a lot more chances. So coming into the second period, I certainly think with how experienced and how much games Gosek has won throughout his career, that's an understatement, but he'll ingrain into his players has how much they need this to win.
Absolutely. Only time will tell, though. We are going to take a quick break now, but when we come back, second period of action between the Oswego State Lakers and the Hobart Statesmen right here on WTOP 10.
If it's hockey,
In front, they score!
it's on Hockey Talk. Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Their behavior against easy teams. How do you lose to the Bruins twice?
As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games. Only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Welcome back to the Steely Press Box here at Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena and Convocation Hall. I am Kenny Gerard, your play-by-play commentator for the evening. Joining my good friend, Mr. Michael Neckers on color. Mike, it was a heck of a first period between both of these squads. Take me through it.
Yeah, Kenny, Hobart came out absolutely flying, netting the first goal past McCarthy just 18 seconds into play. Bit of a scrappy one, too. Just a nice rebound right through the legs of McCarthy. Nothing he could do about it. Tacked on another one just a few minutes later, and Lakers looked like they had their backs against the wall, but scrapped out a nice goal. Colin Vassalo with a nice putback opportunity makes it 2-1, but this first period was complete dominance from the Hobart Statesmen. I mean, outshooting them 19-9, winning the face-off battle 14-10. One penalty on each side, and the Lakers still perfect on that penalty kill defensively, so we'll have to see if they can hold that up against one of the best power play offenses in the SUNY, who score on almost a third of every power play they have, Kenny.
We talked early on about the Battle of the Netminders. Beaver and McCarthy. Right now, McCarthy with an 84.6% save percentage, 11 shots, 2 goals getting by him. For Beaver, it's 5 shots, 1 goal, and 83.3% save percentage.
Well, Kenny, the score of this game might tell a different tale, but McCarthy technically, statistically outperforming Beaver here after the first period, of course, facing over twice as many shots. So still a lot of game to go and a lot of things that could happen here in the second period that's just about to get underway. I couldn't be more excited.
The USCHO poll tells a big story. Oswego sitting in at 4, the highest they've been in a long time, and Hobart continues to number 1 with Aurora and Adrian in between. And we get ready for puck drop here to start the second period of action. Face-off is won by the Lakers, and we are underway for yet another 20 minutes. That's down into the Hobart zone. Lakers get to it first. Burke in the corner, over to Bannister. Bannister's pass stolen away by Hobart. Gatto can't keep it on sides. Baker will chase, followed behind closely by Fontana. Baker gets it back, though, on the near side. They'll take it down the ice. They'll dump that one past his man, and that one will be blown dead.
Yeah, and Beaver looked a little confused. I don't think that puck was supposed to make it all the way through. Didn't signal for the icing until pretty late, but with no one in sight, he's still going to get it pretty much every single time. So now an offensive phase for the Statesmen. The Lakers going to have to try and get this one shut down and start a forecheck going the other way.
It's funny to say this period's been quieter than the last one already. There's no goal 18 seconds in. So 28 seconds in, face-off coming in the Lakers' end. Shimizi is in for Hobart. For Oswego, it'll be Burke. Burke wins the face-off for the Lakers. Baker dumps it around the boards and into neutral ice. D'Amatos loses it. Chow with it now for Hobart. D'Amatos, near side boards. Payon gets to it near the blue line. Payon will pass up to the captain, McQuaid. McQuaid unable to keep possession. Shimizi near the face-off circle. Duclair loses it in the corner. Payon gets a stick on it, taken back by the Statesman. That pass is off the skate of his own man. And Vossalo will chase it to the far side board for Oswego. Vossalo can't keep possession. That one's dumped right back towards McCarthy. He'll pass it around the boards. Simpson comes up for it. He's chased behind by a Statesman. Collision near the blue line. Oswego comes away with the puck with McQuaid. McQuaid unable to keep possession. Here's a 2-on-2 for Hobart. Can't keep possession, though. Vossalo gets there quickly. Hobart with it now on the offensive end. Doolin, that goes off the backboard. Back up to Doolin. Near the blue line, he'll pass cross ice. There's a shot in front off what looks like the face mask of McCarthy. Payon gets possession in his own end. Battle for the puck won by Hobart. That pass in front is broken up by Payon. Hobart with it now on the far side. Another broken pass from Oswego, centering pass is broken up again. Great job shutting down the passing lanes for Oswego. Here comes Vossalo, who dumps it over the head of Beaver. Hobart gets it back in their own end. Line of net. That one is dumped all the way past McCarthy, and this one will be blown dead on the icing, so we'll get a face-off again in the Hobart zone.
Yeah, Kenny, and I want to highlight the defensive play of Aiden Cooper on that last defensive stop for the Lakers. I mean, just putting his body on the line, getting in front of every puck coming towards the net, really slowing down the play and doing what needs to be done to keep the Lakers at a 2-1 deficit rather than 3-1.
Miller in for Oswego for the face-off. Trepanier for Hobart. That one's won by Oswego in the offensive end. Cohen gets possession in the corner. He'll get hit from behind by McDonough. That one goes across the blue line, and it's a leg race. Semrad wins it for a second. Hobart now has it in the offensive end. Whiffs on that pass. Semrad steals it away. Oswego will get possession. It's Miller. His pass stolen away in front. In front, poked away by McCarthy. What a good chance for Andrus, but unable to capitalize. He whiffs on the shot. Wrap around in front, nobody there for the centering pass, so he'll keep it himself. That's off the boards. Semrad meets him down in the corner. Pass stolen away by Fudger. Fudger takes it across the blue, across the red, makes a good move. Shot saved. Good one-man show there from Fudger, just unable to get that one behind the netminder. Gilmore breaks up the pass defensively for Oswego. Ergo gets a stick on it. Horacek with it now near his own bench. Horacek makes a move to get back to the puck. Horacek gets hit up against the glass. Unable to keep possession. Hobart gets it once again. Daniels will pass it down to the corner in the Oswego end. Gilmore over to Baker. It's up to Horacek. Oswego doing a better job of getting possession here. Down across the faceoff circle. Gilmore can't get a stick on it. And that one's trying to be dumped away by Hobart, and it will go across the blue line. It'll force a reset for the Lakers. Gilmore with it now. He'll pass it along the boards. And they'll go for a change. Hobart gets possession back. Morrissey unable to keep that one. He'll pass it off the glass. Cooper over his head. And here's another leg race. Hobart going to win it in front. Shot. Backhand saved. What a save by McCarthy, and what a chance for Duclair. Hobart gets it back in their own end again. They're going to try and do it again. Flying down the ice with Toth. Toth around the back of the net. Looks for a pass. Nobody there. He'll keep it himself. That was up to D'Amatos. D'Amatos shot in front. That one saved again by McCarthy. Here come the Lakers now with Bannister. Bannister on the far side. Loses the puck. Pass in front. Broken up by the defense. Bannister still with possession of the puck. Bannister up against the boards with Morrissey. Hobart gets it. There's an absolutely huge hit laid by Simons right on the head of Shamizi. That shot is right into the glove of McCarthy. He won't freeze it. And Semrad gets it going for Oswego. McQuaid loses it behind himself. Semrad comes up for it. Lakers will get a reset. Hobart gets possession. Mendelson. Pass it off the boards. A lot of time in neutral ice here. Neither able to really get much going. Simons gets it for Oswego. Simons takes a shot. That one's off the leg and into O Canada's flag up top. I've never seen that.
Kenny, that was about 4 minutes without a stoppage, and a lot happened. Let's start with this save here. I mean, what a kick save from Gavin McCarthy. Here's another look at it. I mean, just coming down the right side, a nice save there as well, and the physicality continues. I mean, Cam Simons laying down the law for the Oswego State Lakers here.
Both teams playing physical, but something to note, clean. Not a lot of penalties. I believe only 2 total, 1 for each team in this one. So far it's been a clean yet physical game between both of these teams. Hobart still leading in the shots on goal category, 16-7 over the Lakers. Here comes Hobart now, charging down the ice. Baker gets to it, tries to get the puck back. He'll get hit from behind and drops down to the ice. No call, let him play on. Cross-ice pass for Hobart. Shot in front, broken up by Simons. Simons will pass up to McQuaid. McQuaid's pass is high, across the wheel. Andrus with it now for Hobart, who dumps it into the corner. Simpson gets to it. Simpson off the glass. Stolen back by McDonough. Lakers get it back again. Back and forth between both of these teams, but Oswego spending a lot more time on the offensive end in this one. Hobart trying to get a steal here with McDonough near their own bench. McDonough with possession. Stolen away again. McDonough gets it again. They'll be tangled up near the Hobart bench. Hobart gets possession back in their own end. Into neutral ice they'll go. That one is dumped. McCarthy comes out of net to stop that one. Looks for a man to pass to. He will. Hobart keeping it again in neutral ice, not letting Oswego get into the offensive end. But Hobart not getting much action in their offensive end either. That one's dumped high and across the blue. McDonough knocks it down for Hobart. McDonough passes it off the boards. Hobart's pass stolen away by Fudger. There's another loose stick on the ice. Ryan unable to keep his stick for Hobart, so he'll go back and get his own stick again. Ryan for Oswego loses the puck. Morrissey gets it back for Hobart. Cooper hunting down the puck, lays down on the blue line, but it will go across. Cohen gets it back for Oswego. He'll dump this one down, stopped by Morrissey in front of his netminder. And Hobart looks to get the offense going. Again, there's a huge hit laid by Fudger. Shot from Horacek, saved by Beaver. Good chance for the Lakers there. Let's see if Hobart can get something going now here. Hobart moving down quickly. In front, backhand shot into McCarthy. That comes out, and yeah, there's going to be some action for that one. Ryan runs straight into McCarthy.
Yeah, Kenny, McCarthy a little slow to get up, but looks like he'll be just fine. Net comes off, so of course we'll stop play. Let's take another look right across the goal mouth, and just an incidental contact there. I mean, takes out the goal, takes out the goaltender. So he'll head to the bench, and now a face-off here, Kenny. We'll wait and see how things go.
Looks like Bala kind of shoved him into him. So, yeah, an incidental contact, not much extracurriculars after that one. And this has been a lot of action with not a lot of stoppages here, Mike, in this second. But neither team really able to get any really good shots on net. We'll see which one can do that first. Ergo is hit up against the boards. Behind the net, puck is frozen. Lakers get it back. Payon will dump this one high and across the wheel. Hobart gets to it. Zhao with it now. He'll get it across the face-off circle. Zhao will pass up. Shimizi with it now for Hobart. Backhand pass. Shot goes high from Duclair, and that one will be blown dead as it goes up and into the crowd.
Yeah, Kenny, and Hobart applying that pressure we saw in the first period. But Oswego having a little more success trying to develop the forecheck in their defensive half. Let's take another look at this physicality. I mean, Mikey Ergo just taking people out left and right, running rampant on the ice, and he'll take a seat on the bench, try and cool down for a second here.
Face off in the Oswego end. It's Gatto for Oswego. Trepanier for Hobart, who wins it. That pass over the stick of his own man. Gatto gets to it for Oswego. Gatto goes down to his knees, still trying to get the puck back. Gilmore looks to get to it first for the Lakers. That's up to Burke. Burke loses it. Gilmore gets it back. Gilmore off the boards to Semrad. Oswego looks to get it back into the offensive end. That goes way past Burke, and Hobart will chase it down into their own end. Chow will pass this one up. Here comes the Statesman once again. Andres will pass. Andres off the stick of McCarthy. In the corner, Semrad tangled up trying to get it back for the Lakers. Bannister gets hit as well. Doolin, pass blocked. Hobart's second chance goes wide of the net. Good shot there from Andres. Just touch wide of the net. Semrad laying a couple of shots on the Trepanier. Hobart again, there's a shot in front. That one's blocked and poked away. Couple good chances here for Hobart, trying to make this thing 3-1, 2-goal advantage for Statesman. This one's back over to Doolin. Doolin takes a shot, that's blocked by Bannister. Gatto gets the rebound for Oswego. Lakers get a change. Gatto's all on his own, so he'll dump this one away. Beaver calls for the icing, won't get it. Vossalo comes storming down the ice. McQuaid gets a stick on the puck. Oswego gets it in their offensive end with Vossalo. Vossalo, the lone goal scorer tonight for the Lakers. Hobart steals it back again in their own end. They'll get moving now. Nice move for Hobart. In front is Baker, playing some defense. That one goes over the net. Hobart gets it back. Pass that no one's there for. Off the boards, McQuaid gets a stick on it. Vossalo gets it out of the zone. McDonough chases it down for Hobart. Ty McDonough is tied up against the boards, but Hobart will get it back. Hovsepan will pass this one over. He'll take a shot, and Lally unable to get much going as it's hit by Cooper. Simons, keep the puck by himself on the near side. Looks for a pass, it's stolen away. Mendelson with it now, storming down the ice for Hobart. He'll pass it back. Shot blocked in front by Simons. Simons will pass up to Miller. Miller with a leg raise, McDonough. Miller with a chance in front, that one's poked away. Excellent defensive play there from McDonough to save an almost open goal for the Lakers. Bala gets it in Oswego's end. The Lakers turn up the heat here a little bit here in the second period as we're over halfway through the second period of action. Cohen is tied up with the Matos down low. Morrissey gets it back for Hobart. Ryan on the near side moves it down across neutral ice. He'll pass it to the far side board. McCarthy comes out of the net to stop it. And he'll dump it around the glass. And up and into the crowd. That was I've never seen that one either. There's been a lot of weird things that happened today,
Up
Mike.
and over, Kenny, something we haven't seen, but something I want to talk a little bit more about is this Oswego State defense and how many shots they have eaten from this Hobart offense. I mean, just not even letting the puck get to McCarthy. Really well done from Oswego.
9:17 remains here in the second period. Face-off coming in the Oswego end. Toth and Fudger. There's a quick shot from Shimizi that won't go. Morrissey takes a shot. That one's blocked again. Oswego keeping traffic in front of McCarthy, not letting Hobart get an open lane to shoot. Ergo gets it back for Oswego. It's up to Fudger. Fudger storms down the boards, lays a hit on 2 Statesmen. Hobart gets it back. Duclair will pass cross ice. Onto the stick of Shimizi. McCarthy calls for the icing, and he will get it as Gilmore comes into it.
Yeah, and very smart there by McCarthy. Slows down the play, gives the Lakers a much-needed break. I mean, it feels like they've been skating pretty much nonstop. So down to the other end, an offensive face-off for the Lakers. And they'll see if they can finally capitalize here in the second, where they've looked a lot better than they did in that first period.
Face-off in the Hobart end. Won by the Lakers. Hobart gets it back with Morrissey. And it'll be taken away by DeMatos. DeMatos will pass up to Duclair. Duclair gets hit by Simpson. Gatto gets a stick on it. Baker will take it away for the Lakers. Baker charges up the near side. Off the stick of Burke. Beaver comes out of net to stop it for his man, Chow. Baker steals it away in neutral ice. He'll dump it back down again. Hobart unable to get much going through neutral ice. Oswego's defense doing a much better job of not allowing these quick-moving offensive attacks from Hobart. Payon gets it back over to Simpson. Simpson will pass it alongside the boards, and that goes into the Hobart end. Lakers will go for a change. Hobart with it in their own end. Andrus with it now. Andrus stolen away by Vossilo. McQuaid along the boards with it. Near the face-off circle, poked away by Hobart. Good poke there from Trepanier to keep it away. Vossilo, Simons with it now. Simons passes it over to McQuaid. McQuaid, near the face-off circle, takes a shot in front. That one's blocked. Doolin gets it back for Hobart. And up in a neutral ice, Cooper will get it near the wheel. Up to McQuaid. It's off his stick, and it's onto the stick of Chow for Hobart. Hobart will pass this one back to Doolin. Doolin up to Chow. Chow, cross-ice pass into the corner. Semrad goes for it for the Lakers. He'll get to it first. Off the boards to his own man and knocked back into the Laker end. Semrad will pass it off the boards. McDonough met with Miller up along the far side. Semrad dumps it along the boards. Lakers get it in neutral ice with Ryan. Back to Semrad. Semrad, with 5 defenders in front, takes a shot right into Beaver.
Yeah, and the Lakers applying some pressure here, something that has been kind of lackluster here in this second period. I mean, a lot of end-to-end action, but not a lot of shots on net from either side. And even when they do tend to get on net, it usually ends up going right back the other way. So an offensive phase for the Lakers. It'll be Brett Fudger stepping up to take this one, and we'll see what they can do with this possession.
Shimizi in for Hobart in their own end for the face-off. Lakers get it with Ergo. Ergo's pass stolen away by Morrissey. Horacek down low with Lally. Shimizi, backhand pass, goes into neutral ice. Horacek tangled up. Ergo gets to it for the Lakers. 3-on-3. Looks for a pass. No one there for it. Toth will get to it for Hobart. Here come the Statesmen now with Duclair. Duclair charging down the near side. Looks for a shot. He'll take it in front and saved by McCarthy. And a good backhand shot there from Duclair. First shot I've seen from Hobart. That was a good chance in quite a while with 6:27 left here in the second.
Yeah, Kenny Duclair did a really nice job coming across the ice there, but a beautiful save from Gavin McCarthy. Ends up having to cover it, so still some danger here for the Oswego State Lakers, but this defense has held pretty strong here in the second so far.
Both defenses are clicking on all cylinders here in the second period. Not much really even getting to the goalies. There's been a lot of block shots in front and great defensive play from both squads. Face-off won by Oswego on their own end. There's a chance in front. They score! That one's buried by Phasig, and it's 3-1 Hobart.
And just a complete defensive miscue from the Oswego State Lakers. Losing the face-off, a defender has to be on that side of the puck, ready to pick it up if that's where it ends up. Take another look right through the stick there of the Oswego defender. That's Aiden Cooper, just unable to hold on to the puck, and it cost the Lakers big here, now down 3-1, and all the momentum in Hobart's favor. And look at this, Kenny. Gavin McCarthy will make way as Michael Manzi comes in. The crowd in full support of this decision from head coach Ed Gosick.
Second time of the night, Hobart found the 5-hole of McCarthy, and they've been doing it all day long. Hobart, they get those face-offs, quick shot, and they can capitalize. They've done it all season long. They've done it for the last 3 national championships that they've won. Change in net for Oswego. Manzi comes in. McCarthy will skate off. 3-1 Hobart with 6:20 remaining here in the second. Beaver also playing excellent for Hobart tonight. Both shots he's seen have been saved. Down low is the Lakers with it again in their offensive end. It's Gatto. Gatto all tangled up, no help. And that one's taken back by Hobart. Daniels will dump it along the boards. Gatto can't keep it on sides. Gilmore will be in a leg race down low with Fontada, and this one will be blown dead. And Manzi looks excited to be in this one. Mike, the first action we'll see from him tonight.
Yeah, Kenny, Manzi looks excited, and the Statesman didn't look too happy with that icing call. Fontada looked to be right behind the puck chasing it down, but referees calling icing, so now a chance for the Lakers in this offensive zone, who are in desperate need of a goal more now than ever, down 3-1.
McCarthy's night finishes with 17 saves, 3 goals, and an 85% save percentage. Talking in the tunnel with other goalie Brandon Milberg for Oswego. Hobart with possession of the puck. Here they come. Near the face-off circle. Shot is scored! They bury it with Daniels right on Manzi, and the first shot he sees gets the back of the net. It's 4-1 for the champs.
Daniels finds the back of the net. Again, a huge one. And the Lakers are falling apart defensively from a close game to now complete collapse. The first shot Manzi faces on the blocker's side and just can't get to it, right into that top left corner. Statesman leading 4-1 and showing why they are the #1 ranked team in Division III hockey.
Second goal of the night for Tanner Daniels. Top shelf glove side of Manzi, and he will get 1 goal on no saves for the night. Into the Lakers' end. Baker with it now for Oswego. Now down 3 goals to Hobart. You almost need something getting out of the second if you want a chance for the Lakers. Let's see if they get anything going with Fudger. That's poked away. Chow around the boards. Bala with it now on the offensive end. Back around to Fudger. Fudger passes back. Nobody there for it. That one's poked away by Andres, and it'll force a reset for the Lakers' offense. Out of net is Beaver. He'll stop it. DeMatos comes for it. Hobart will pass this one cross ice. Near side, Simons lays a hit up along the boards. Baker gets it back for Oswego. Here comes Vasilo. Vasilo loses an edge going for it. No help there. McQuaid comes down, pokes it away. Near side corner. Hobart with possession. Elliott with it. Will dump it off the boards. And here comes Hobart with Ryan. Ryan will charge down the far side. That one's poked away by Vasilo. Simons gets possession for Oswego. Stolen away in front of Bala by Ryan for Hobart. Doolin will pass back. That one's down into the Lakers' end and into the corner, and very gingerly both going for the puck. Hobart with it now again in the offensive end. McQuaid tangled up with Shimizi down low, so is Semrad. McQuaid gets a stick on it. And he'll dump this one along the boards. Past the Oswego bench. Here comes Cohen. Cohen lays a hit near the blue line. Hobart gets it back. Crowd not liking something. That comes out of net for Hobart as there's a delayed penalty coming against the Lakers. 6 men on the ice for Hobart. It'll be a 1-man advantage until Oswego can get possession. Empty net for the Statesman. Try and take advantage of it. As long as they don't score an own goal, there won't be a goal here for the Lakers. Delayed penalty coming against Oswego. Here comes Duclair. Duclair storms down ice, face-off circle, wraps around the back of the net. Looks for a pass. He'll pass this one up. That's under the stick of Lally and into the Hobart zone. Statesman with it now. Miller chasing down low. He'll lay a hip along the boards. It's Morrissey. He'll pass over to Lally. Lally goes up to Duclair. Duclair up to Bannister, and now as Bannister gets possession, penalty will be called. Looks like a roughing call going against the Lakers. So Hobart gets a 1-man up there for about a minute almost.
And there's the hit right there. Brandon Cohen, just a little too much, a blindside hit there. And this is exactly what the Lakers cannot afford to do right now. Down 4-1, the last thing you need is to put your team down a player for 2 minutes. I mean, they cannot afford to let up a goal, and this power play offense has been phenomenal so far this season, but it's going to break sooner or later.
Mistake from Brandon Cohen there. Roughs him, punches him pretty much right in the mouth. So that's called all day long. So Hobart will officially go on the power play. Oswego's penalty kill unit, 17-0 in the season. Hobart trying to beat, making it 1-18 on the year. Shorthanded, Oswego gets possession. Hobart with it now. Shot in front. That one's off the stick of Manzi. Bannister and Baker with it now. He'll dump this one. It's saved in front. Bannister lays a hit. Behind the net. That one's dumped away by the Oswego penalty kill unit. Beaver comes out of net to stop that one. Minute and 27 remain on the Hobart power play. Down the far side, here comes Chow. Chow along the boards. Cooper whips it around the glass, up to Ergo, and Ergo will get it across the blue line. Shorthanded, isn't going to do much there. Hobart gets it back. Lally has it in his own end. Lally passes back. Morrissey sets up his man. Here come the Statesmen now. Near the face-off circle, pass cross ice. Looking for a lane in the Oswego penalty kill. Back and forth in the corner for Hobart. Near the blue line. Looks for a lane, can't find much. That one's over to Morrissey. Morrissey will pass up. Lally. Back over to Lally. Back over to Morrissey. Slow and methodical, looking for a lane. They're not going to rush this one. There's a shot that goes just high of the net. Absolutely wound up for that one was Lally, but it just goes high of the target. Kept on sides by Morrissey. Morrissey takes a shot, too much traffic in front, rebounded by Hobart. Lally with possession again, right down Broadway. He'll pass over to Morrissey. Back up to Lally, near the blue line. 10 seconds left on the power play. There's a shot, that one blocked in front. Hobart looks for another chance in front, but that one goes under the stick of Morrissey, and the Lakers will return to full strength as Cohen comes back onto the ice. Lally will pass it off the boards and down past Simpson. Manzi comes out of net. He'll stop it for Simpson, and Oswego, with just about a minute left here in the second, try to get a goal on net and drop the lead to only 2 for Hobart. Along the glass, Toth under his stick. Hobart gets it back again with Shimizi. Shimizi flying down the near side. Shimizi all alone, pass in front of Simpson. That one's broken up. There's a whiff from Toth in front. It's taken back by Elliott. Simpson with it now behind Manzi. 35 seconds left here in the second. Bannister comes up for it. Bannister guarded closely by Duclair. Duclair pokes it back. Baker gets to it, and Baker will pass up to Gatto. Gatto over to Bannister, and that one's going to be an offsides. It looks like Bannister's skate just beat the puck across the blue line.
Yeah, Kenny, and a little ambitious there from Bannister. Just got a little too jumpy, went across the line just a skate's length too early, but that's all it takes for an offsides and completely kills what little momentum the Lakers had. Let's take a look at some of this physicality, though. I mean, the Lakers just bringing the heat, but doesn't seem to be clicking on all facets. Down 4-1 still.
Face off in neutral ice near the Hobart blue line. Burke in for Oswego. Mendelson for Hobart. 21 seconds remain here in the second period. Oswego maybe going to try and get a quick goal to cut the lead down to 2, and if Hobart can get another one and go up 4 going into the third, whatever wind is left in this arena might be just taken out.
Yeah, Kenny, it's been a rough second period for the Lakers. Looked really good coming out, but as soon as that third goal went in, complete collapse. Fourth one went in just a minute later, and from there the Lakers just haven't looked the same.
Along the boards, Hobart gets it down with Gatto. DeMatteis gets to it. Gatto tangled up with Burke in the corner as well. And Hobart can just sit on the puck and let the period expire. Looks like they're trying to do that as that one goes flying in front. Rebounded by Bala off the boards. And taken back by Hobart, which will end the second period. And what a period it was for the Hobart Statesmen. The first 10 minutes of this period, it looked even. Oswego looks much better on the offensive end. They're playing great on defense. And it looked like they just ran out of steam there in the last, I would say, 8 to 7 minutes of that period. It's the relentless attack of Hobart. And again, you are not crowned national champions 3 times in a row without pressure and offense like that. Oswego unable to keep up with it so far. Mike, talk for a minute. I've been talking this whole time. We had like 4 stoppages the whole period.
I mean, Kenny, we mentioned it in the pregame. We mentioned it early in the first. This Hobart team is clearly conditioned so well by their coaching staff. I mean, they are outskating the Lakers end to end. They have been this entire game, and I don't see that changing in the third with the way they're playing right now. I mean, just complete and utter dominance, dominating in the offensive zone, the defensive zone, as well as the neutral zone. I mean, the Lakers cannot win the puck in the neutral zone, and that has been a huge part of their shortcomings today.
We're going to send it down once again to our sideline reporter, Michelle Smith, who's with the Oswego captain now, Matt McQuaid. Michelle, McQuaid, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here, like you said, with Lakers captain Matt McQuaid. I know you want to get back in there. You still have 20 minutes to play, so I'll make this quick for you. I have one question. You guys are skating hard. That's obvious. But what else can be done to get this back in the third?
Yeah, we just got to clean up our plays here. We're turning too many pucks over on the wall, not getting pucks in and pucks out. So clean up the blue lines there, and we just got to get pucks to the net here and get a net presence on this guy, and then we'll be able to bang a couple in.
Great. Thank you so much, Matt. Good luck the rest of the way. All right, it's going to go right back up to Kenny and Mike in the press box.
Thank you, Michelle and Matt. And as McQuaid said, clean up the blue lines, get a couple of shots, and hopefully be able to knock a couple in for the Lakers. And if you're Hobart, keep doing what you're doing all season long and what you've been doing for the last 3 years, and that's dominating.
Yeah, Kenny, I think the weirdest part about this game is, for the most part, defensively, this Oswego State team has looked pretty sound. It's little tiny miscues that the Lakers are having, and it's costing them really big here today. It seems like every time there's been a miscue, Hobart's capitalized, and I guess that's what they teach over at the 3-time defending national champions ice rink, the Cooler, so sometimes that's all you can do.
The team from the Cooler looking cool as ice on the rink as they're up 4-1 over the Lakers. We're going to throw it to a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for our intermission show with our Perch people. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego right here on WTOP 10.
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy. I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stumped still?
Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
So you're probably wondering why the top producer of WTOP's new hit, Oswego Liza, is currently juggling a soccer ball right now. That's just because I don't just know ball, but I can play it too. WTOP, live every other Sunday, 7 p.m. Tune in.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris.
Come on. I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
And welcome on back to the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. My name is Lucas McGarry, and I am joined alongside by Logan Weingartner, Jacob Coleman, and Piper Kiernan for the second intermission report of what has been a very, very exciting game so far, guys. It is now 4-1 Hobart, a crazy, crazy turn of events in this second period. It was going well for the Lakers, and then a very drastic switch. Jacob, walk us through how it was going.
Well, I just want to say quickly, all of our score predictions are now wrong. They have completely outscored our score predictions. At the beginning of this period, Oswego seemed hot. It almost looked they were getting ready to bounce back in this game as they led with time of possession on the offensive zone, and they outshot Hobart on net. Unfortunately, with around 6 minutes left to go in this period, all hope was lost for Oswego. I'll let Logan and Piper tell you guys a little bit more about that.
Yeah, Piper, go ahead. The first goal for Hobart in the second period. What happened?
Yeah, so the first goal was scored by Tristan Facet, number 23. It was kind of, I would call it an easy goal, but not actually an easy goal. He shot it right between the legs, went straight in. It was him, the puck, and the goalie, with an Oswego player kind of trailed to the side there a little bit. And that goal led to McCarthy being pulled off and Manzi heading in.
That would lead to Michael Manzi coming in for the Lakers in goal. And right after that, a second goal for the Hobart Statesman. Logan, talk me through what happened there.
Yeah, to build off of Piper, the visiting Statesman scored that goal. They gained momentum and did not look back. 1 minute after that initial goal was scored by Fasig, you got Tatum Daniels coming in for his 4th goal of the season. 2nd of the game, Manzi came in. You could put it on account of freshman woes, but he was not positioned well. He was just in one side of the net. The puck went to the other, and Daniels just notched that goal to give the Hobart Statesman even more of a cushion.
Tanner Daniels, an absolutely phenomenal game so far, guys. He's got 2 goals on 2 shots. That's pretty good, if I say so myself. 4-1. Hobart is up on Oswego right now. But right now, let's take a quick look around the SUNY before we go look into this game anymore. Jacob Coleman, you have some of the scores going on right now.
Yeah, so currently in the SUNY, we have the hockey games that are still playing live. As Piper mentioned earlier, Buffalo State is beating Skidmore in their second intermission. Cortland has extended their lead over Potsdam, taking the 4-2 lead. Canton extending their lead over Morrisville. They're up 3-0, and Plattsburgh and Fredonia are still tied. That game is tied 2 apiece for both hockey squads.
Very good games going on there. A couple of close ones, a couple of not so close ones. Like I said, Canton is one of those teams you got to look out for. They have received national ranking votes this season. They've been pretty solid. But now let's jump back into this game, Hobart and Oswego. Oswego, like we were talking about, they seem to be holding their own in this second period. They were being much more physical. They were pushing up against the glass. I saw a couple of big hits right down there where I was sitting. But unfortunately, it just did not pan out for them, and Hobart was able to capitalize. And I think it has to do with some of the goalie decisions that are being made by Ed Gosick. Logan, we had McCarthy, and then we had Manzi. What's going on with them?
Yeah, it's a lot of struggles within the goalies tonight. We know how potent the Hobart offense is, though, so you can kind of expect that. But to build on that, as you said, McCarthy, after that 3rd goal was scored, he has 17 saves tonight. He was pulled for Manzi. He had a .85 save percentage. Pretty good on the season, but still, against a premier team like Hobart, you want to see what works and what doesn't. So Gosick made the decision to put Manzi in. And then on the Hobart side of things, Beaver still holding his own, not facing nearly as many shots as the Oswego State team did, cumulative between McCarthy and Manzi, just facing 8 shots and let in 1 goal. So still, he shows that resiliency. That 1 goal early in the first period did not get to him, and the Statesmen just playing really tight, very well defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Beaver hasn't faced many shots in this game, and I really think it has to do with this Hobart defense. It has been, in my opinion, absolutely suffocating for the Lakers. I really haven't seen the Lakers pass the blue line to get into their own offensive zone. Piper, has it been more on the side of Hobart and their fantastic defense, or have the Lakers been struggling to get the passes going on offense?
You know, honestly, I think there has been more play for the offensive side for Oswego, at least from the first period now. They're definitely improving. And honestly, I think that Oswego, I've been saying this for every single game I've been an analyst for, Oswego is a 3rd period team. We're going to see them kind of bring it out there and be a lot more aggressive. I also think that Oswego had the momentum at the end of that first period after scoring that goal and then going straight into a little intermission. That kind of, I feel like, messed up their momentum and their skill set a little bit, kind of pushing them back more.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you there. Maybe the momentum wasn't what they needed in terms of stopping right after that. And like we already said, it's 4-1. Now, just as always, I'm going to ask you guys the same questions that I've asked before. It is now a 4-1 game. And if you are Ed Gosick in that Laker locker room, Logan, I'm going to go to you this time. What are you telling your team down 3 goals?
Yeah, there's a lot to tell them, but the main thing is just do what you can. Take chances that are presented to you. Against this Hobart team, it's going to be hard to get chances. So when you get those, you're not going to want to be scared. You're going to want to be able to stand the test. There are 5 upperclassmen on this team. 7 upperclassmen on this team, with 5 of them being seniors, so they need to step up and mentor the underclassmen and mold them into leaders, show them what it means to play against a #1 ranked team in the nation.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, Jake, I asked you about Mark Taylor last time, so I'm going to go to you, Piper, for Mark Taylor. What do you think they need to, or what he needs to tell his players up 3 goals in this final period?
I think he kind of just tells his players, keep doing what you're doing, especially the defense. They're helping stop, especially Beaver. He is stopping all those shots getting at him. Not that many shots are coming towards him, but he's still stopping all the ones there. I think he's just telling them, keep the momentum going. They are hot on the ice. They are getting put on their backs quite a bit, hitting the floor. And I think they just need to stop with that much. Like, be aggressive, but be able to stand your ground being aggressive-wise.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You don't want to get hit too much. And now, Jake, for the final question before we go to the break, we've seen so much action going on in this period. Hobart has been on top of that action. Oswego, not as much. Now, going into this third period, is there anything you'd expect, any drastic changes that they need to make?
I don't see any drastic changes being made from what we've seen for the first 2 periods. The last 4 games, Hobart has 19 goals coming into tonight, and they're keeping that hot offense alive with 4 already. That's a total of 23 in their last 5 games. The only thing I'm planning on seeing is more goals from Hobart going in. This is ugly already.
Yeah, I can't say that I disagree with you there. It has gotten ugly after that second period. It was close after the first. Hobart now has increased that lead, but Piper, like you said, they are a third period team. So I guess we're just going to have to find out. Only time will tell. Stick around here for the third period of action coming up right here live on WTOP 10.
If you like action, romance,
If you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
what surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn. Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
What we do here is go back.
Cooked! You know it's cooked when it's not raw anymore?
Gordon Ramsay in the sea here.
Cat cam.
Because Kenny pulled a picture of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get rid of all the questions.
Welcome back to the Steely Press Box here in Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena and Convocation Hall. I'm Kenny Gerard, still with Mike Neckers. And Mike, well, it's been a not great game. A short game, I was going to say. Like, it's just been short on offense, short on defense. But for Hobart, it's been phenomenal. They've been great all the way through. And I mean, what do you got for me? That was a hectic second. I didn't really stop talking. It was all me, so go ahead. I'll let you talk.
Kenny, Hobart, they're the #1 ranked team in the nation in Division III hockey for a reason, and this is the perfect example of why. From start to finish, every second this Hobart team has been faster, has been stronger, has outplayed this Oswego State team from the forecheck to the defensive end. As coming onto the ice now is the Lakers, and Gavin McCarthy. My apologies. Michael Manzi looks to still be in net for Oswego State, so they'll stick with him. He let in 1, McCarthy let in 3, so wait and see how things go here in the third.
Now, we talk a lot about the USCHO standings and the national rankings. Let's take it back to the conference of the SUNY. Both of these teams on top of the conference right now, technically tied for first, but the winner of this one will take sole possession of first place. And looking at it from the point standing, if Hobart pulls away, they'll have 10 points on the year, stay perfect overall, and take first place. If Oswego can pull off another miracle here in the Deb and they can get 4 in the back of the net and beat Hobart, they'll take first place. And Mike, Canton at 0 points, a team that was receiving votes earlier on in the season. Anything besides that standing out to you with just about 10 seconds till we start here?
Well, Kenny, this Oswego State Lakers team has had a great start to their season, one of the best in program history. But this Hobart team has come out so strong, and it's going to be a really difficult uphill battle for Oswego if they want to get back into this one, down 3 goals.
Well, here we go. Third period underway. 20 minutes left in this one. Lakers get it off the opening faceoff here in the third. Burke gets hit up alongside the boards. And Hobart gets this one back with Morrissey. Morrissey gets hit by Bannister. Gatto is hit up alongside the boards. Physicality quickly starting here again in the third. Here comes Hobart. That one's just wide of the man of Morrissey. Good chance there, moving down fast, was Hobart. Lakers with it now again. Here comes Travis Baker. Baker will pass along the face-off circle. He'll go for a change, and Oswego will get a fresh set of legs on the ice as Morrissey dives out of the way of that puck. Vossalo, Simons gets it in the offensive end for Oswego. Poked away near the Laker bench. Nico Bayonne will pass it. That goes off the leg of a Statesman, and this one will be blown off sides against Oswego.
Yeah, Kenny, and Oswego starting off with a little bit of pressure here, but again, just sloppy play and making mistakes is going to cost them an offensive opportunity here. So now a face-off here in the neutral zone.
McQuaid in for Oswego. Shimizi wins it for Hobart, though. McQuaid gets it back. McQuaid, backhand pass off the boards. Vossalo gets to it. Vossalo. McQuaid, face-off circle, looks for a shot. He'll pass instead over to Cooper. Cooper down low to Simons off the boards. Pass, no one there for it. Vossalo loses an edge chasing it. Chow gets to it. Off the skate of D'Amatos, and Shimizi will give it back to D'Amatos. Cooper will dump it off the boards. Chow gets to it for Hobart. Chow cross-ice pass. He'll dump this one down to the Laker end. Manzi calls for the icing. See, almost caught myself there. This one will be blown dead.
Yeah, Kenny, and the Lakers bringing in some fresh legs here. They're going to need them. They're going to need these rotations to be going on and off the ice really quickly and really frequently, I think, here in the third, if they want to have a chance to get themselves back into this game. These guys are all gas, and there's a lot to be done.
Smooth transitions, good changes on and off the bench. We'll see how each of these lines can perform for Oswego. Still a clean game, only 2 penalties against Oswego, 1 against Hobart, only 3 power plays total in this one. We mentioned special teams being a big factor. I think has been rebounds and second chances. As the puck is in neutral ice, they'll take a tumble, and Chow has it for Hobart. Chow, far side with Semrad. Meets up with the referee, and that one goes back towards Bala into the near side corner. Bala's pass onto the stick of Elliott. That one's back down to Manzi. Bala gets it for Oswego. He'll pass up to Ryan. Ryan will pass up. Cohen looks for it. Elliott and Cohen tangled up for the puck. That one goes under the skate of a Laker. Ryan looks to get to it. Elliott gets to it first. He'll pass it off the boards. Fudger gets it near the near side. Fudger hit up alongside the boards and more loose lumber on the ice. And Fudger gets it near the faceoff circle. Fudger keeping it himself. He'll pass. Nobody there for it, though. Hobart will take it in transition with Andres. Andres will dump it to Manzi. Manzi goes under his glove. Head over to Baker. Baker gets hit by Andres. Semrad will pass it off the boards. It's up to Horacek. Horacek down the near side boards. It's taken back by Hobart. That pass goes up near the Hobart bench. Statesman looking to get something going here. Both teams just back and forth. A lot of neutral ice time so far here in the third. In the corner, Hobart gets it back. McDonough, pass it over. There's a shot that goes just high. Good chance for Lally. Lakers get the rebound. Here comes Urgo down the near side. He'll dump that one in and right past Beaver. McDonough gets it behind the netminder. Up along the near side boards. Urgo gets absolutely laid out. Payon can't keep a stick on it. It's stolen back by Hobart. Here comes Mendelson. Mendelson near the faceoff circle. Slows things down, smartly letting his team get off on the change. Here's a chance in front, backhand, shot, save, rebound, second chance, it goes wide. A couple of nice saves there from Michael Manzi. There's a shot, that one's blocked in front. You heard it go off the leg of a Laker and up into the netting. And good defensive stop there for Oswego. Hobart coming fresh off the change, a smart play from to slow things down. But again, Hobart getting a lot of chances. Oswego down 3, needs to get something in front.
Yeah, and Kenny, you just saw there a nice double save from Michael Manzi coming in this third period, trying to clear his mind and get that goal he let in early on in the second. Just get it out of his head and start fresh here in the third.
Manzi with a 75% save percentage, 1 goal on 3 saves so far. Face off in the Laker end, won by Hobart. Morrissey comes up to it. Morrissey, he'll pass down. That one's knocked down by Burke. Here come the Lakers. Burke tangled up, stolen away by Hobart, and off the skate of Semrad. Semrad steals it right back for Oswego. Semrad makes a move, looks to pass back, he'll fake it, he'll keep it himself. That goes along the boards. Morrissey gets it back for Hobart. Morrissey and Burke bang on the glass. Near side Gilmore kills under his stick. It's back over to Hobart with DeMatos. DeMatos will pass cross ice. McQuaid lays a hit, getting off the bench, and it's down to Gatto for Oswego in his own end. Gatto will pass to Semrad. Semrad looks for a pass. Under stick of Bannister. McQuaid loses it. Stolen back by Hobart. And Gilmore will get to it for Oswego. Gilmore takes it along the far side boards. Behind Vossalo, Simons gets the pass instead. Simons down the near side boards. Over to Vossalo. Vossalo gets pushed out of the way. Nice defensive stop from Hobart, and that one's knocked away by Duclair. Go across the blue line, Oswego will be forced to reset. Simpson with possession. He'll dump this down to the near side corner and around the boards. Chow and McQuaid go for it. McQuaid gets laid out by Chow. That one's stolen away by Shimizi. Shimizi can't keep a stick on it. Under the legs of Doolin. Oswego gets it back with Vossalo. Simpson can't keep that on sides, and into the crowd it goes. And unfortunate there for Simpson. Couldn't keep it on the right side of the blue line for Oswego.
Unfortunate for Simpson, but very fortunate for a lucky fan in the stands who will go home with an Oswego State hockey puck today. The Lakers applying a bit of pressure, but again here, Kenny, just as we see the physicality, but unable to get any shots on net here in the third. I mean, they're up in the offensive zone where they need to be. They're getting pucks in deep, but just not executing.
Lakers win the faceoff in neutral ice. That one goes right to Beaver. He'll pass it to his man, McDonough. McDonough over to Elliott. Elliott loses it. Lakers go flying. Hobart can't get to it. Ryan lays a hit. Baker gets it back on the offensive end. Takes a shot off the pad of Beaver. Simpson with it now near the blue line for Oswego. He'll pass over to Baker. Baker takes a shot. That one goes just wide. Good chance for Oswego. Simpson pokes at it. It's taken back by Trepanier. Trepanier passes back. Andres with it now. He'll lose an edge. It's taken back by Simpson. Simpson pass broken up in front of Miller. Hobart gets possession once again. Down along the far side. Statesman set up back into the offensive end. Looking for a move in front. That one's poked away by Oswego. Ryan gets to it on the far side. Ryan's pass broken up. Up to Urgo. Urgo can't get to it first. There's a hit. Payon gets it back. It's stolen away by Morrissey. Stolen back by Baker. Payon with it in neutral ice. Under the stick of Fudger, who knocks it back into Hobart Statesman, who dumped that off the glass. Fudger flying around. There's a shot from Urgo. That won't go. That one's dumped high and into the rafters and back onto the ice, so that one will be blown dead as it touched the ceiling. Again, I've never seen one go that high. And Mike, something we haven't touched on, this is actually the last game in the Deb for the year 2025. The next home game will be January 2nd at 7 p.m. against Williams College for the holiday tournament.
Yeah, Kenny, so another big break for the Lakers. Of course, they'll go on the road and play a couple games, Utica tomorrow, but you know, from Christmas all the way to New Year's into 2026, they won't play a whole lot of hockey, and going to try and start fresh in the new year, maybe make some resolutions for what they can improve on moving forward.
There's a quick shot by Gatto that goes high of the net and into the other netting. But yeah, no, they have a chance to reset, and Hobart obviously, again, just trying to keep their foot on the gas. Game is not over yet. They're only down 3 goals. We've seen Oswego do some crazy things this year, like that last-second comeback against Plattsburgh. We've seen Hobart do crazy things for 3 years straight. 13:43 remains here in the third. That one goes into neutral ice. Peon knocks it down. That one's taken back by the Statesman. That's poked away. On the far side, Fontana can't get a stick on it. That one's taken back by Hosapane. Pass along the blue lines, McDonough, and that one will be blown off sides, and it will be stopped. I was surprised he caught it. I saw it too on the far side. He came just across, and he knew it.
Yeah, Kenny, a very close one there, but a nice call from the officials out here on the ice. The Lakers get a chance to slow things down, maybe get some fresh legs on the ice and catch their breath for what's probably going to be another really strong Hobart attack.
Face-off won by the Lakers. That's over to Peon. Peon will pass up and off the stick of Bannister into the corner. Gatto gets to it. Bannister gets there as well. Chow chasing for Hobart. Bannister with it now. He'll take a shot that goes just wide. Good chance for Tommy Bannister and the Lakers. Down into the Laker end, Bala gets it back for Oswego. Calling for a pass up top was Gilmore. He won't get it. Here comes Bala. Bala will pass over to Simons. Simons makes a move near the faceoff circle. Simons loses the puck for a second, chased by Chow. Great defense from Hobart and Chow. Bannister, he'll get it in the corner. Looks back for a pass, nobody there, so he'll keep it himself. Chow pokes it away for a second. Bannister gets it back. He'll make a move himself. Backhand pass over to McQuaid. McQuaid loses it near the boards. Bala can't keep a stick on it. Here comes Hobart now with a 2-on-2 chance. They'll slow it down again. Gilmore playing defense tightly. That one goes off the far side boards. There's a shot from Elliott that goes off the chest of Manzi. Simons gets it back. This one is up to Duclair. Duclair will dump it around the boards. Elliott gets to it. Back off the boards it goes. Down to Shimizi. Duclair with it now near the far side face-off circle, centering pass that's broken up. Hobart with it behind the net now. Back pass to Duclair. Duclair will pass up to Dulaine. And back around the board again. Dump in chase for Hobart. Toth with it now. Toth, backhand pass, shot! That one's saved. Good chance for Hobart. Good chance there for Shimizi. That just won't go. And dump back into the Lakers' end. The Hobart offense clicking, getting some pressure on Manzi, but unable to get anything behind him yet since that first goal when he first got on the ice. Doolin passes over. Hobart offense with it. Dalla steals it away. Doolin will keep it on sides. Doolin will pass it. It goes off the glass and off the back of Bala. Lakers steal it away again. Off the far side boards. Stolen away again by Gilmore. And Gilmore will almost get it across the blue line. It's kept on side by Morrissey, but taken back. That one goes into the Hobart zone. Doolin with it now. He'll dump it up into the neutral ice. Picked up by Andrus. Andrus pass will be taken back by Baker for the Lakers. Backhand pass. Here comes Oswego. That one's up to Cohen. Cohen will just poke it away from Morrissey. Simpson chases it down low. Simpson lays a big hit on the board to Lally. There's another hit from Cohen. Tied up in the corner. That one comes out for Lally and the Hobart Statesman. That one's high and definitely into the crowd and a souvenir for a fan.
Yeah, Kenny, and the hockey gods must not want to hear me talk today. It seems like the puck is always moving. Very few stoppages, both in the second and now here in the third. But the Lakers doing a good job of applying more pressure and getting into that offensive zone. But again, just not putting shots on net.
Or the hockey gods want me to get to work at time at 10:30 tonight, so I guess it kind of works in my favor. Face off in the Hobart zone. Won by the Statesman. That one's off the boards from Lally. Baker takes a shot that goes around the glass. Stolen away. Lakers get it back in the offensive end. Fudger gets a stick on it near the red line. Fudger makes a move. Backhand shot won't go. Just couldn't get enough stick on the puck to get that one to go. So Simpson will chase it back into the Oswego end, and this one will be blown dead. Mike, you get to talk again.
Yeah, Kenny, this Oswego team still applying that pressure, but I want to talk a little about this Hobart defense. I mean, you've seen them do such a good job of not even letting the shots get to Damon Beaver in the net. And that's because they're playing so compactly in front of their net that any shot that comes in is hitting 1, 2, maybe even 3 defenders before it makes it to the net. So a really nice job by them of playing tightly, and you can even see it here in their setup on this faceoff. 3 defenders between the puck and the net. That's a recipe for success for them defensively.
Face-off won by the Lakers. Horacek gets it for Oswego. Horacek poked away quickly. Andrus gets it for Hobart, dumps it in neutral ice. Payon will chase it past the wheel into his own end. And Oswego will set up. Here go the Lakers again. That one passes through the neutral ice, poked away. Here comes Hobart now quickly changing the tide. Open shot lane. Rebound won't go. Good chance and a nice save from Michael Manzi. There's a big hit laid on DeMatos. Hobart with it now. Skating in front, but too much defense. Second chance in front. That one's saved. Wrapped around again, and that one will also be saved. And Horacek has some extracurriculars after this one.
Yeah, Kenny, some extracurriculars there. Jesse Horacek right in the middle of it. Hard to tell who else, but Hosapian in there as well for the Statesman. And let's take another look at this one. Manzi gets down low. A really nice save there. And the second there's physicality and the goalie gets touched, you know someone's going to throw a stick somewhere, right, Kenny?
Absolutely. And again, I mean, these teams are physical, and it's been clean for the most part. Again, not a lot of penalties in this one. Yet to have one here in the third. Only 3 on the game. While both these teams are tough as nails, they're both playing smart.
Yeah, no lack of physicality, but doing it in a way that no one is making it into the penalty box for the most part.
Face-off in the Laker end, won by Oswego. Baker will pass this one up in a neutral ice. Chow will chase it down to the Hobart end. Bannister gets a stick on it. That one will be dumped around the boards. Beaver comes out of net to stop it. DeMatos gets to it. Hobart with it now again into neutral ice. Gilmore will chase it for Oswego. Gilmore near the face-off circle. Chase quickly behind. Hustle play there from Hobart, but Baker will get to it for Oswego, and they'll keep the puck in their possession with Burke. Burke's pass poked away by Shimizi, but taken back again by Gilmore. Shimizi flying around. Hobart gets it back. Duclair will pass up. Far side boards. That one's dumped past Manzi. Semrad goes, chased by Duclair. Semrad will pass, and it goes under the stick of Baker. Baker takes along the far side board. That one's picked up by Doolin and knocked into the offensive, back into neutral ice. Here comes Duclair with a chance in front. That one's saved by Manzi. 8:44 remaining here in the third period. Doolin takes a shot that's saved by Manzi. Second chance, another save. Hobart turning up the heat. Here's Shimizi who passes. Duclair around the board. Semrad trying to get it back, tied up with Toth. Semrad gets possession in his own end. Semrad. Good move from Duclair there. Almost pokes that one away. Whips around quickly, but here comes Baker now for Oswego as Bannister knocks down Toth in central ice. That one goes off the boards. McQuaid gets to it, keeps it onside for Oswego. Nobody there to help him, though. Trying to get to the puck. He will get there. Trying to take it himself. He'll take a shot that's high. Beaver saves it. Looking for the rebounds, Hobart. Oswego gets to it with Vossalo. Vossalo. Pass. Stolen away by Hobart. And Doolin will drop down and lose that one. Here comes Hobart. Mendelson with it now. He'll pass over to Doolin. Mendelson. Pass goes wide of the man. Good chance there for Hobart. Down low. Tangled up. Unable to get to it. There's a pass that just gets whiffed on. Good chance there. Now here come the Lakers. He'll lose an edge and will lose a stick. Vossalo gets to it on the far side. Vossalo will take it down into the far side corner. Losing an edge in front is Lally. Miller can't get to him. Here comes Belov. Belov pass over to McDonough. That'll go around the boards. Manzi comes out to stop it. Manzi will go get back in net as Hobart's starting to get down into the zone. But Cohen will take it down for Oswego. Poked away. Hobart almost gets to it. Andrus gets off his skate for a second and now up against the boards with Gilmore. Lakers get possession back again. Here comes Cohen. Cohen in neutral ice. Dumps it down to Ryan. Ryan can't get there quick enough. Andrus steals it back for Hobart. That one's up to Belov. Belov will dump it to the far side corner. Manzi comes out of net. Manzi will pass it back. Down along the near side boards again. A lot of back and forth between both these squads. No one getting traction here for the last couple of minutes. And it comes back for Hobart. Here's a chance. Shot goes high. The net no good for Hobart. That one's picked up by D'Amatos. D'Amatos takes a shot that goes wide of the net as well. Chow takes a shot. That one's blocked by Nico Peon. Cohen with the rebound. Ryan pokes it out of the zone. Hobart gets it back in neutral ice. Here's a chance that's blown dead off sides as it looks like Chow was not fully out of the zone yet.
Yeah, Kenny, and this Hobart team is doing such a great job of pressing high and getting onto the puck before the Lakers' forecheck even has a chance to develop, that there's nothing they can do. We'll take another look at these shots from Oswego, but again, Beaver just shutting things down between the pipes.
Face-off in neutral ice, 6:12 remaining here in the third. Face-off is won by the Lakers. It's Baker. Baker will pass past Horacek. Down to the far side corner. 2-on-2 puck battle. Comes out for the Lakers. There's a hit laid with a puck in front. Wraparound shot, that one saved, won't go. Horacek gets back to it for Oswego. In front again, Ergo can't get a stick on it. That one's knocked away by Toth. Kept on sides by Simpson. Rebounded by Hobart with Shimizi, and he'll dump this one high into the air past Simpson. Duclair chasing Simpson. Baker gets there for Oswego. Duclair gets possession for a second, but Simpson takes it right back for the Lakers. Baker back to Simpson. Simpson off the boards. This one goes up to Burke. Burke, pass back to Gatto, back to Burke. Burke takes a shot off the leg. Bannister goes for a shot. Second chance, score! Connor Gatto cuts the lead to 2.
Another rebound goal here for the Lakers. Connor Gatto sneaks it past the pad side. Really nicely taken by Gatto, but still work to be done. You see no celebration on this one. Right place, right time. Sneaks it into that front left corner, and now Lakers within 2.
And a crowd that's been quiet for a little while now finally gets some life back into it, as it's now 4-2. Hobart still with the advantage. Oswego will look for another quick goal here to cut the lead to 1. Still 5 minutes plus to play in this one. Definitely not over. That one goes up into the netting, and like I said, Mike, it's not over for the Lakers, but again, you need another quick goal. You got 5:09 left on the clock. What do you got to do to get another one here?
Well, Kenny, plain and simple, you need to use some speed and find some sort of motivation here. I mean, an undefeated season on the line here for the Oswego State Lakers right now. They need to use that, motivate themselves, and get themselves up to that offensive end of the ice, get pucks in deep, put shots on net, and that's how they're going to try and get back into this game.
Face off in the Laker end. That one's taken away by Oswego. Here comes Simons. Simons pass off the board, stolen by Doolin, who kicks it back over to Semrat. Crowd cheers for Connor Gatto as he announced as the goal scorer. That one goes off the glass. McQuaid gets it back, and that's poked away. Good poke away there for Lally, because that was a great chance for McQuaid in front for Oswego. Under the stick of Simons it goes. Beaver comes out. He'll pass to his own man. Pass Elliott. It'll go over to Doolin. Doolin will pass over. Mendelson will pass it across the ice. Ryan with it now on the far side. Broken stick on the ice now. Again, a lot of loose lumber today and a lot of broken sticks. Shows the physicality of both of these squads. Hobart gets it in front. There's a pass that goes just wide of its target with a good chance for Hobart. That would have been. Morrissey with it now for Hobart. Down low, Cooper tries to get to it. Still with no stick in his hand. He's just playing with his skates. Near the face-off circle, pass back. Morrissey will pass over, centering pass. Nobody's there for it. Simons dives for the puck. Can't get to it. Pass in front again, stolen away by McQuaid. Here comes Oswego. McQuaid dump it along the boards, and Oswego will go for a full line change. Quickly getting back on defense. Still broken on stick on the ice, and this one is blown dead finally.
Yeah, Kenny, and Manzi looks to be in a little bit of pain between the pipes there. You see taking his gloves off, adjusting his skates, and stretching out his leg. Let's take a look at this goal again. One more time, Connor Gatto, a little spinorama into that front corner. And now a chance for the Lakers to put it back within one. A face-off here in the offensive zone. It'll be Miller on it.
Face-off in the Hobart end. 3:49 left to go in this one. Lakers needing the face-off win and a quick shot here. It is won by Oswego. Cohen with an L. He'll pass behind Baker. Baker keeps it onside around the boards. Simpson comes chasing for it. Ryan gets to it. Hobart with possession again. Statesmen get it back with Morrissey. Morrissey, pass up, goes down the ice. Simpson gets to it. Tangled up with Trepanier, but Simpson will get it back. Cohen moves the offense down the ice. Cohen looks for a lane. It gets poked away by Hobart. Baker gets back to it. Oswego in desperate need of a goal here to keep things close and give themselves a chance with just a little north of 3 minutes left. Cohen will dump it around the boards. Chase his own pass. Picked up by Burke. Burke, pass stolen away. In a neutral ice, Hobart goes for it. Baker on the near side boards. Burke gets to it. He'll get hit up against the boards again. Daniels with it now. He'll pass up. Hobart can just play keep away. Oswego trying to score again. Here comes Semrad, who passes way up to Gatto. Gatto takes a shot, and Beaver was awake, and he'll freeze that one as Burke came storming in and Doolin pushed them away.
Yeah, and Kenny, the Lakers not out of this one yet, but they've got to find the back of the net soon. 2:41 on the clock. They're applying the pressure they need to apply. They just need to get at least one past Beaver, and just like that, it's a one-goal game. And we'll see Michael Manzi skating over to the bench. Will the Lakers pull the goalie right here, right now?
Wouldn't shock me as a face-off is coming, and he looks for the gate. Let's see what he does. Or maybe there's still an equipment issue. We were talking about him messing with his skate earlier, so there might be an equipment issue for him. It looks like that's what he was doing. Yes, it was an equipment issue, so he'll go back to net. Yeah, for Oswego at this point, you want to win this face-off, get some offensive traction, pull your goalie and make it 6-on-5 and give yourselves a chance, but timeout will be called by Ed Gosick and the Lakers.
Yeah, Kenny, and a very important timeout. Like I mentioned, 2:41 left on the clock here, and the Lakers need to put together some sort of game plan, draw up some sort of play to try and find the back of the net here. Hobart likely going to bring in this defense and make it really compact, make it really hard to shoot from the outside and not let anything through on the inside.
Hobart, play keep away, play great defense. With 2:41 the clock, it's easy for them to win this one. For Oswego, we've seen some crazy stuff this year. We've seen a miracle already happen a couple of times against those Skidmore and Plattsburgh games. They're in need of one of those again. Get a quick goal off the face-off. At least get possession, be able to pull your goalie and give yourself a chance to get something in the net. That's probably my guess of what Ed Gosick is telling him, but what do you think Ed Gosick's saying?
Well, Kenny, I think there's a couple of guys we really need to keep an eye on for this Oswego State team. First and foremost, Matt McQuaid, the captain of this team. He needs to be a leader out here for them, plain and simple. Him, Connor Gatto, Jonathan Bala, the captain, and two of the assistant captains out here really need to step up to the plate, lead this team back into this game. With 2:41, there's still a chance for them to win this game or at least tie things up and force OT.
They won a game with 10 seconds left this year. We'll see what happens, but let's take a look at some of the goals from tonight, and let's see, how did we get to this 4-2 score in this one? Mike, take me through it.
Yeah, a really nice first goal by the Statesmen. Again, just scrappy play in front of the net on their first two. Lakers would get one back in the first period, but we're going to head back to the action now, Kenny.
An interesting face-off setup for both teams. Oswego looking for the quick shot over to Gatto. Manzi does come out of net, so it's 6-on-5 for the Lakers. Empty net for Oswego. McQuaid with it now. Bannister takes a shot. That one is blocked. Good chance for Tommy Bannister. Bannister on the near side boards. Over to Baker. Baker takes a shot. Blocked, too much traffic in front. Looking for the rebound. Won't get it. McQuaid takes a second chance. That's blocked again. Great defensive stop from Hobart. McQuaid poked away by Doolin. On the boards, Baker keeps it onside. Baker over to Bannister. Bannister. Backhand pass over to Simons, gets hit up against the boards. Gatto gets to it, tied up with Doolin. McQuaid gets it again for Oswego, tied up alongside the boards. Hobart just trying to waste time, and a great play there defensively for them to do so. Hobart gets back to it. Bannister can't keep it onside. Here's a chance for the empty netter. They'll take a shot. That one's off the post. Second chance. This one is going to be an easy goal, as easy as it gets. Ryan buries the wide open one, and it's 5-2 Hobart, and this one feels pretty much over.
Yeah, Kenny, and what a great defensive stop there by the Statesmen. I mean, they did everything right. They forced the Lakers to take shots from far out, shots that have a much higher percentage of being saved. And with Damon Beaver, one of the best goalies in the country between the pipes, I mean, he's going to save most of those shots every single time. We saw a couple of beautiful saves from Beaver. We'll take another look. Right here, just putting his body on the line, laying out for him, and there's the empty netter. Makes it 5-2.
Oswego will try to get something here. Not much time left. If they can get something back, give themselves a chance. But at this point, it's looking like Hobart will be victorious in this battle. Fudger dumps it around the boards. Less than a minute and 30 remains in this one. McDonough gets it up against the boards. Ergo gets it in the corner. Lakers with it again in front pass. It's broken up. Horacek can't get to it. Tied up with McDonough again. Pass Ergo, and there's a mistake the Lakers can't make there as that one goes back to Manzi. Manzi will pass over. Just north of a minute left in this one. Would take a little more than a miracle at this point for Oswego to come away with a win as McDonough dumps around the boards. Cohen front, that one saved by Beaver. Hobart gets it, though, move offensively. That pass is wide of the target. Payon gets to it. Duclair gets there first. Duclair gets hit by Ryan. Semrad gets it. Semrad pass up to Cohen. Cohen up high into the air, and this one goes over to Miller. Miller knocks it down himself, looks for a shot, and straight into the glove. A Beaver, and a wise choice to get rid of it and not freeze it and force the face-off in their zone. Very good heads-up play from the Hobart goalie. Miller along the boards. Kept on sides, and Hobart will take it back with Shimizi. Shimizi will get it out of the zone, and Duclair has it again, and this will pretty much effectively end the game with just about 15 seconds left in this one. So Oswego will fall to 6-1 on the season, 4-1 in the SUNY, and will officially be locked into second place for the time being. For Hobart, they move to 9-0 on the year, stay at perfect 5-0 on the road, move to 5-0 in the SUNY, pick up their 10th conference point, and they secure themselves as the #1 team, not only in the SUNY, but in the USCHO poll in the United States of America Division III hockey. And this was a trouncing from Hobart. And what a show from the #1 team. You go in against someone who's ranked number 4. You think it could be close, and Hobart, they're not going to let that slide.
Yeah, Kenny, and the Lakers certainly had moments where they shined a little bit. You know, it wasn't all bad for this Oswego State team. They had some promising offensive plays, but I need to highlight the play of Damon Beaver between the pipes for the Hobart Statesmen. Not a flashy win for him, not a flashy game, not a lot of big, super crazy saves, but he was solid between the pipes. That's all you can ask for a goaltender. 17 saves, 2 goals allowed, an .895 save percentage, and really well done by him to keep his team ahead this entire game.
And a sound victory again. We talk about the netminders. Manzi comes in, gets one goal allowed, 9 saves, so he ends up with a 90% save percentage on 10 total shots faced. McCarthy's night ended with 17 saves, 3 goals, and an 85% save percentage. And you just said it for Beaver. 2 goals, 17 saves, equates to an 89.5% save percentage. I wasn't reading that in front of a computer. I have no idea how to do that math. But nevertheless, Hobart, the #1 team, remains looking like this #1 team. For Oswego, again, there are things you can take away from this game. It's not even like it's a one-off game anymore, though, Mike. You got to think about that. These teams, last time they've been meeting, they're playing in separate conferences. You feel a little more confident. You go in and beat a team that's in the poll. Now it's, we're going to see each other twice a year, and you guarantee a game in the Deb and in the cooler.
Yeah, Kenny, and the Lakers will head to Hobart later on this season. That'll be on February 6th in the cooler, as you mentioned. Hoping for a better game between these two, a tighter one with 2 nationally ranked teams here in the SUNY Conference. And Hobart holds on to that 1 seed, as you mentioned. Lakers still probably will sit at the 2 seed, even with the loss today, but not a step in the right direction for this Oswego State team.
And again, you don't want to hang your head too hard against losing a team like Hobart. But then again, Hobart, look at this as a good victory. I mean, you have that four-seeded team, Oswego. You come in and beat them soundly as a #1 team. The question is, did Hobart play like a #1 team, or did Oswego not play up to the standard of being number 4, Mike? That's the big question for me.
Yeah, Kenny, and my MVP for the game today has to be Tanner Daniels. Scored the first goal just 18 seconds in, such an important one, and then netted another one in the second period. 2 of the 5 go to him, and what a win for him, and what a win for this team.
We talk about a very sound victory. Stats all aligned to Hobart. They came into this one as the favorites, and they took care of business. They beat their biggest rivals at this point now for the top of the SUNY. But we're going to throw it down on the ice to our sideline reporter, Michelle Smith, who's with the goalie, Damon Beaver. Michelle, Damon, take it away.
Welcome back to the sideline. One last time, I have tonight's winning goalie, Damon Beaver, from the Hobart Statesman. So I'm so happy to have you here with me. It's not often that I get to talk to a goalie post-game, so this is so much fun for me. With that being said, you held Oswego to 2 goals tonight with a lot of trying between goals, so that really speaks to you and your team. There was a lot of buzz about this matchup going into the game tonight. What does it mean to take home such a steep win before another weekend on the road?
Yeah, our team, we were ready for anything. We knew it was going to be a tough game, like in this arena, lots of people in this rink, and we just show up every day and just give it our best and play the same way no matter what the score is. And it's all the guys in front of me. Like, I can't take the credit. They played so good tonight, and it's all them. They deserve it. So.
Well, it's definitely paying off. What is your focus heading into Brockport tomorrow night?
Just play our game. That's what we do. Hobart hockey, just play hard. 4 lines, 7D, 3 goalies. We're all ready to play at any given moment, and we're just going to play hard, whoever's out there, and yeah, we'll just take it when it comes.
Great. Well, congratulations on this win, and good luck in Brockport. Thanks so much,
Perfect.
Damon.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Humble and great answers there from Damon Beaver. Not only did he play excellent, very humble in the victory, saying our guys are the reason that we won this game. They played excellent in front of us. And yes, he played an excellent game, but man, what a great answer. That team played phenomenal. Plenty of block shots from Hobart, not allowing much passing lanes or shooting lanes for Oswego. Mike, before we throw it to a break and over to our perch, what are your closing thoughts on this one for Oswego as we have now wrapped up the year 2025 here in the depth?
Well, Kenny, a great year for the Oswego State Lakers. 2025 started off in February with a SUNYAC championship, as there's Dylan Gilmore scooting across the ice out there. But the Lakers with a SUNYAC championship victory this past season. Coming back this year, starting out this season 6-0, their first loss of the year coming to the 3-time defending national champion Hobart Statesman. But tomorrow, the Lakers will be right back to work on the road down in Utica, New York to face off against the Pioneers.
And Mike, what a year it has been in the depth for the Lakers. They come off into here with a SUNYAC championship against their rival Plattsburgh, their first one in many, many years. Then they come back this season, started off with a bang, with a buzzer beater win against Plattsburgh. And here we are to end the year. They face Hobart. Not the results they were looking for, but man, what a year it was. 2025, a special one for the Lakers. That's going to do it for us here in the Steve Levy Press Box. We're going to throw it to a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for our people over in the perch for the postgame show. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego right here on WTOP 10.
But I would have liked to see more on, Putin or something. I don't think he's very nice.
He's so annoying, and he's not very funny either.
He got that hot dog at one time. I don't know why he would do such a thing.
I'm not sure why he's still playing a Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii is so old. I've tried reporting him like 600 times, and nobody's answering my phone calls.
Welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan had prayed for the last 15 games. Maybe.
Writing a letter to the NFL fans? Get out of here with that.
Let me finish. No,
finish.
Stop.
Johnny Manziel, that guy, he's a loser.
No, that's...
Watch the DK experience.
What we do here is go back.
Cut!
You know it's cooked when it's not raw anymore?
I've got with Ramsey in the safe here.
Cat cam.
Because Kenny pulled a picture of him. Yeah.
And welcome back to the Perch for the third intermission report and the final post-game show of the evening. My name is Lucas McGarry, alongside Logan Weingartner, Jacob Coleman, Piper Kiernan, and for the last time of the day, Michelle Smith, who has been doing a phenomenal job along the sideline. Very nice to work. But guys, an unfortunate day for the Lakers, a tough loss in the books. Let's just start breaking it down. Logan, we'll start with you. How did this one go?
Yeah, I mean, anyone could predict in the pregame. The Hobart offense was more potent than ever. They just played to the usual abilities, playing very well on defense and offense. As I just said, they specialize in so many things. Beating Oswego in so many departments contributed to their success so heavily.
And now we got to talk about the goal that happened for the Lakers going into this third period. About 5 minutes left. A touch of momentum for the Lakers. Piper, walk us through it.
Yeah, so that goal was kind of insane there. I mean, I expected it because I said, we're a third period team here. I knew they were going to try and come in hot, and they did come in hot, and that's what helped them end up being able to get one last goal in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a 5-2 final score between these two teams, and Hobart really just seemed to be on top of it the entire time, really dominating. Jacob, what did you see there?
Well, for me personally, I saw Mark Taylor continue to build on his legacy as the Hobart head coach. In his 24th season and the first season in the SUNY conference, they look to be the early favorite in the conference. I think he might be able to pull out his first SUNY championship as the coach in their first year, as they literally just dominated the best team in the conference from last year, Oswego. They're coming off 3 straight NCAA Division III championships. Hobart looks like the team to beat right now in the SUNY.
No doubt about it, and they were led by their goalie, Damon Beaver, who came into this game with 2 straight SUNY goalies of the week, 21 career shutouts, and tonight he looked good once again. Michelle, what'd you think?
At no point during this game did I have any idea what was coming next. I think Beaver looked phenomenal. He did say, though, as we just saw in that interview on the ice, that he attributes it all to the players in front of him. He took no credit for this win. So you love to see that humility from your goalies.
Yeah, that's really awesome to see. You know, Damon Beaver, he had a really good game. 7 saves, just 2 goals allowed, and those 2 goals were absolutely rockets from the Lakers, so no fault of his own to him. Logan, taking a look now at the other goalies during this game. We had 2 for the Lakers. How do they both do?
Yeah, so Gavin McCarthy was originally the starting goalie. He did let in 3 goals, made 17 saves, but Gosek felt a change needed to be made, so he put in the freshman Michael Manzi, who came in after that 3rd goal. He let in 1 goal, he let in the 4th goal, but he did play very well after that. In the 3rd period, Hobart put on more than 15 shots, and I was looking down. He made a lot of good saves on his blocker, caught a lot of good pucks, total 9 saves, just 1 goal allowed, .900 save percentage. You could only expect him to get better, and Gosek certainly satisfied with this pickup of the freshman.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Manzi, he really finished well. Still an unfortunate loss for them. Now we're going to take a look one final time around the SUNY. We had a couple of games finishing up. Piper, walk us through how these games turned out.
Yeah, so Skidmore lost to Buff State 4-0. We saw that one coming from the past 2 intermissions, catching up with them. And then Cannon beat Mooresville 4-2. Potsdam and Cortland beat them out of the water 6-2. Plattsburgh and Fredonia actually went into overtime, where Plattsburgh scored the final goal to win them the game.
Bunch of crazy games. Plattsburgh getting a little bit of momentum there. We talked about they were struggling. Might have bounced back here. Some momentum there in the SUNY. Now really quick, before we head off, Oswego has a game coming up tomorrow. Jacob, talk to me about what they got coming up.
Yeah, so Oswego gets an early chance to bounce back after this horrific loss tonight. They go on the road to take on Utica College tomorrow night at 7 p.m., who's ranked 14th nationally. That's going to be a big challenge for Oswego. But if they can make their offense play well, gel well, and play a little bit better defense than they did last night, I think Oswego can bounce back quick, make up for this loss that they took tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, Michelle, you've been everywhere tonight, out on the ice, in the Deb. You've interviewed a bunch of people tonight. What are your final thoughts on this game as a whole?
As a whole, I think Hobart definitely beat my expectations. Of course, they are ranked #1, but being someone who watches Oswego play often, you kind of expect a little bit more than what we saw tonight from Oswego. There was a lot of frustration down on the bench when I was down by the Oswego tunnel. So hopefully they can get that figured out amongst themselves and amongst their coach at Gosick tonight and kind of iron everything out before their game tomorrow on the road, because it'll be a crucial one.
They don't have a lot of time to do so, but hopefully they can turn it around in time for that game tomorrow in Utica. But that's going to do it from here up in the perch. One more time, myself, Lucas, along with Logan, Jacob, Piper, and Michelle. As always, thank you everyone for watching here on WTOP 10, and stick around for our next broadcast.